All right, welcome. Whether you're watching live, watching the recording, good to have you here. This is going to be part 2 of our Dan Quayle game. In order to run the Dan Quayle mod, we actually have to load the mod first. So if you've never seen this before, this is how you load a mod. I know I showed it in the first part, but first of all, I have to go ahead and load a mod. You know the mod is working because it says RB Dan Quayle there. And so now I can go ahead and load the save game file, and it should work correctly. Back to the second worst start in Civ Friday history. This is not a bad start. So let's just be clear here. This is not a bad start. The terrain is fine. The problem is the diplomacy. The problem is J-Man, Zoao, however you pronounce it. The problem is that he has been attacking. The actual land here is fine. Oh yeah, and we were just about to settle another city. We also have to deal with this stupid barb nonsense here, unfortunately. Okay, so there was one thing I did after the stream ended. After the stream was done last week, I was just sitting around like trying to figure out what I should do. Like, is there anything I could figure out? And I was able to go ahead and trade. If you look at active here, I was able to trade, where is it? Here, this deal with the Gaul. I was able to trade a wheat resource that I didn't need because I'm fine on health for spices. So I was able to get an extra happy face in my cities. So that actually is going to help quite a bit. One more happy face to offset the ARG unhappiness from the Dan Quayle mod. So because of that, I'm actually going to work the cottage here. And then we're going to need to get, probably we're going to need to get a stupid galley out because we have to deal with this annoying barb ship that's otherwise going to pillage me. What's the whip on? I might have to go into extra whip unhappiness to deal with that, which sucks, but... Oh, also, there we go. Don't work that tile. Don't work the unimproved tile. So we're trying to get more money so we can get out of this disastrous war with J-Man. I'm going to try to finish math, and then I'm going to, after that, maybe save and try to get a peace treaty. Anyway, so I'll queue up that galley. Let's see. So the bard did not move towards me. Hattie's completed the shrine for her religion. All right, so we were going to name this Chicago. Was that could chop off Colossus and Potato. Well, the biggest issue there is I don't have the tech. I don't have metal casting, and metal casting's not a high priority. Much higher priority is getting calendar, because I've got several calendar happiness resources. Currency, because it's generically good as an economic tech, and construction, because construction would give me catapults, and that would let me fight back. So all of those would be higher priorities. But we can go ahead and get math here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I like the idea, but I don't think it would work. Not immediately, at least. All right, so we've got the road finished, so we'll have the trade route immediately. Chicago with an E. And we want the granary first here. So this city will be good in time. We're going to have to chop it out of the ocean, though. Oh, look, we got the international trade routes. That's nice. So apparently we've got a trade route connection over to Hattie now. I am still curious how he got construction. He had like a turn 75 construction. And we know from Civ 4 AI Survivor, like we've watched the AI tech plenty of times in Civ 4 AI Survivor. That's really early to have that. So anyway, first things first, we gotta use, these guys have to chop down and then irrigate this rice tile. Meanwhile, down here, I'm just exploring. I'm trying to get Justinian's territory. Justinian's probably gonna kick me out. I'm unlikely to be, yeah, see, he's annoyed with me because of religious differences. So, oh, we've actually got 2 workboats here. Okay, that's more workboats than I need. I think the plan was one of these to go exploring, and then the other one to, and then the other one, what's the word I'm looking for? And then the other one to hook up this clams, which is going to, the words are going to pop here in like 1 turn. These guys can probably just hang out here for the moment. Actually, no. The problem with being on this tile is I can't get over to Alamu if needed, so they probably should move here, so I can go reinforce Alamu if necessary. I also am going to need another unit for this tile here. Deadfish, I think, can almost whip its granary. It's close. These actually probably are the right tiles to work for the moment here. Obviously, we need some kind of culture in here, too. Now, as for Boss Town, also working in unimproved tile, and we need to chop that down. We clearly need more workers. I can whip the library here soonish. Again, as before, the big problem was having to spend so many turns whipping out defenders. I'll just continue doing my standard ask him for help. Rename my great general to Westmoreland. Sure. And I also should try to get a city here soonish, too. If I'm lucky, I'll get Hinduism to spread in some of these cities. That would be nice if at Chicago or Dead Fish. Hey, welcome. Great generals are not allowed to be great. It is nice that we're going to have math finished as we chop down this forest, so we'll get the math bonus to that chop. That timing worked out nicely. Alright, yep. See, here comes the next attack.
We should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error.
Because he has horse archers, we're going to have to get hunting. Because we need to get spears unlocked. So that's the next thing we're going to have to do. Axe and 2 catapults should be not dangerous to fend off, but... we'll see. And he just spent a turn in Anarchy. Let's get to this tile, because that allows us to shift back and forth without much trouble. You should stay with him, because there's a medic unit over there. Anyway, so there's the chop into Alamu. There we go. Do we have a granary here? We do have a granary here, so we'll get the library out next. We might even run some specialists here, although we would want to grow up to the happiness cap first. Not entirely close to the happiness cap yet. Still, I can chop another... I can probably chop this and that would finish the library. Although I think I need to get another cottage down first. Why don't you... see what... oh, hey, there's a French unit there. At least I'm on reasonably good terms with de Gaulle. He doesn't love me. The sad thing is, if we could ever get out of this war with J-Man, he would actually be a pretty good ally because we have the same... religion, so we should be on good terms. She doesn't have currency yet. I was gonna see if she would be willing to give me some money. The AI will do that sometimes. Be willing to just pay you money. Oh, hey, we're close to the world wrap, by the way, on the tilted. This is a tilted axis map, so the world wrap's north-south instead of east-west. Kind of funny. Yeah, Justinian, he's very strong now, but he doesn't seem to have a ton of room to expand. If we're lucky, Justinian will glance. Let's see how people... Justinian, I don't think he likes... he doesn't like Hattie very much. I don't think he likes J-Man too much either. I would love it if he attacked J-Man. That would be awesome, but he's more likely to attack Hattie. How about the other AI leaders? De Gaulle, he doesn't like Hattie either. Again, peace weight. Huge peace weight differences and religious differences. So Hattie's probably going to get attacked by the other AIs at some point. On the other hand, she loves J-Man, and I should be allies with him because of our religious. Could I grab circumnavigation? No, because it would require being able to go over ocean tiles. So I would need caravels to do that, and that's not happening anytime soon. Caravels are ridiculously far away. They're at optics, and needless to say, my research priorities are at the top of the tree, not the bottom of the tree right now. Anyway, it looks like that Barb Galley backed off, so I'm going to squeeze out a warrior. The reason why I want to get a warrior is as soon as I research hunting, I'm going to lose the ability to train warriors. So I want to get out a couple cheap warriors first to put defenders in Dead Fish and Chicago, just to prevent them from being unhappy. That's all. You can see, I'm already unhappy here. That's okay, though. We'll just grow this into unhappiness and then whip something. Probably the library, because that would help my research quite a bit. And I'd also be able to assign specialists, which would be nice. Quayle, meanwhile, it's still recovering from a whip penalty. I really need a third farm here. I'd love to get this up to plus 5 food. Usually plus 5 food is probably is a nice place to be. So we're not quite there yet. And by the way, welcome. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. I'm glad you were able to find the channel and catch me when I'm actually live streaming, as opposed to just the recording afterwards. So, cool, good stuff. Alright, here they come again. More catapults. Boy, what I wouldn't give for, like, one horse archer to run in there and smack those catapults. Well, the Gaul obviously finished the pyramid. So yeah, that's why you saw me shift my units over here. Let's have them chill for a turn. Trying to bring up catapults. See, this is why it would be nice to have... Well, I do win these fights. I've got the shock axe, who will win against his axe. And then I've got combat 1 on my other axes, so they'll win. It's unfortunate the city raider stuff is not going to be helpful, but keep healing. You need to build another poor cottage. I think I'm just going to hang out right... I was thinking if I want to hang out here or explore... Well, how about you hang out here for the moment, because I don't want to be totally undefended over there. Alright, so this is nice. We get to hook up another seafood resource. There we go. Unfortunately, we're at the happiness cap. Although, look, we can actually 3-pop whip a library. That's nice. So this city is going to be off and rolling. We might be able to give this back to the capital, although the capital, I think, has enough food. This also opens up the chance to get this spot here, because... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, because then we can split this food resource to this city. And of course, I'd love to get a city down here too, but I feel like I need to fix my economy first. I think I need either currency or calendar, or something along those lines first. Anyway, so now we've got that race tile, and then we'll work on improving that next. We've also got another cottage, another one of our crummy cottages planted here. Dead fish should be able to whip. Yeah, there we go. So let's get that granary in place. And then after that, we need a lighthouse for the... Well... Do I want to go lighthouse next, or I probably do want lighthouse next, because I can borrow this tile from the capital and then work these, even though the borders haven't expanded yet. I don't think I need the border expansion to the same degree. And here at the capital, I have 2 unhappy faces. Again, we're just running this down. We're going to run this down and then whip out a library, is the plan here. But I'm getting the warriors before I finish hunting. Next city site to the southwest. Yes, good question. So, ideally, I'd get a city here, because then that could use the rice resource, and then probably a city on one of these 2 tiles. Maybe this one. Get the pigs in the first ring. Let's just put speculative signs down for the moment. Obviously, if I could have Oporto, that would be fantastic. Oh, look, he actually left Oporto unguarded again. Jeez. If only I had, like, some kind of horses, I would love to... If I could just run a chariot in here, that would be so awesome. Name the cities with the Okay, well, we'll see. We're not at a point to found those cities just yet. Still a little ways away. Again, I'm trying to put whips into my economy instead of units here, while I'm still in a hot war with this guy. So it's not great. Yeah, alright, so as expected, he moves forward there. Alright, we got the granary done. I think we just want to grow here for the time being. Or could I swap this tile over? Great, we got 500,000 souls. So yeah, we're gonna whip... Oh, we can Okay, so let's do this. We'll 2-pop whip the library. Watch this. So we lose those tiles. Now we're gonna have the library. And then we swap this tile over here, so we can continue growing at +5 food, and also work on that cottage, or shanty, or whatever it officially is. So I also definitely need more workers, or public servants, as they officially are here. All right. You know, the one problem here is I can't attack from the city, which would be nice. All right, so I've got a shock axe here in the city too. Well, let's go ahead and split the group. Let's use our shock axe here first. We actually don't get the... interesting. We don't get the... If we use a shock unit, we don't get the axe, because that would give us better odds. And then if we use a combat 1 axe, we just get the straight 50-50. All right, so we got to use the shock units first. take those 6. So here's where you just got to cross your fingers. Like 68% odds are not ideal, but we don't want to wait another turn because then this extra cat manages to join the combat. So we just got to take the 68% odds here and hope that we get lucky. Let's go for it. And we did not. And we did not get lucky. Great. Awesome. Let's try again. Better luck this time. So we did win this combat, fortunately. So we won one, we lost one. I guess that's about what you would expect for 68% odds. So now we want to use... well, we don't want to use one of our City Raider axes. So, and then this is a straight 50-50. So again, there's not much we can do other than just cross our fingers and hope we win. Oh, we won flawlessly. Took no damage. That's nice. So I can get a shock axe out of that. And then I can finish off this unit and I can get a promotion on this axe, which will be really handy to do. So that went pretty well overall. Like, we lost the 68%, but we won the 50-50. So we lost 1 unit to kill 3. I'll take that. And we're going to be able to get a promotion on this unit. No need to worry about this guy. And the reason for that is because catapults can't kill units. He could attack and he could redline this unit, but he can't actually kill the unit. So no immediate fear there. So we'll just heal up here. So not ideal, but so he's still not interested right now. All right, well, as I said, we'll just continue saving money for the time being. Boy, this city's got a lot of food right now, doesn't it? All right, I can't drop the turn. Oh, hey, we can actually whip the library, so we should do that because we want to. Basically, we want to, as soon as that whip cycle runs off, we want to immediately start another whip cycle. There we go. So we immediately grow back. We'll work the cottage because it's the better tile. I wonder if I should have whipped another worker, though. I could have 2-pop whipped a worker. That might have been a better call there. Oh, well. We'll definitely try to get out some warriors, or some workers going forward, because we have a lot of tiles to improve. And now Quayle has grown in size. It's still regrowing, though. It's about to pop borders to 100 culture. Oh, no, it did pop borders to 100 culture. Nice. Means we should be able to hold this tile for a while. This row of tiles, more precisely. And we got vision on this tile, too, which is nice. We get a little bit more visibility. At least that sword is easy to kill. Quayle will probably just keep whipping axes. I'd love to get the barracks done first, and then 2-pop whip out a pair of axes. Yeah, it sure would be nice to smack Oporto. Would be great. Like, with those City Raider axes, if I do have a legit shot to maybe capture it, it's not impossible. I don't recall the Reagan administration so keen on whipping pop. Alright, anyway, so next up. We want to continue getting cottages in this region because Deadfish and Bosstown can share them. They can both work the cottages. I think I want to clear the... I might want to clear the bananas first. But if I move here, I end up wasting a turn of movement. So watch, I can move here, put down a turn of cottage, and then cancel that. Meanwhile, we're just exploring with Black Panther. And you're going to go out and explore for us, too. We could use a name for this workboat, by the way, if you guys want to come up with something. The one thing that scares me is that horse archer I saw. I am not prepared to defend against horse archers. I literally have no units that can deal with horse archers at all. So that's pretty scary. Yeah, so he'll attack, but again, catapults can't kill units, so... Or I could win. Okay, that works too. Or we could just win the battle. Nice. Anyway, so we assigned a scientist here. I don't know if I want... Do I want a scientist? I don't think so. I want to keep pushing pop growth. Although I am at the happiness cap, so maybe... Maybe that's not the worst decision for the time being. How much whip overflow do we have? Not much. Not much. Okay, so the next thing we whip is going to be a worker here, I think. But I don't think we actually want to build a worker. I think we just want to overflow into one. Okay, we do have a... Let's put the overflow into the worker. And then maybe we swap back. And maybe we swap back to the axe after that. Like I said, I'm kind of out of stuff to build right there. You, though, just keep running full. You just keep, like, running max growth. Yeah, I probably should have... I actually kind of made a mistake there. I should have whipped workers and then worked on the library while growing. But I guess that's okay. The library is not going to hurt. Culture's nice, and when I actually turn on research, it's nice. But I do think that's a mistake. Name the fishing boat Savage or Minnow. I like Minnow out of those options. Gunboat from the Revolutionary War. Let's just... I guess we'll put the whip overflow. Oh yeah, I could build Moai, but without stone it will take a very, very long time. Might as well put that overflow into the... Oh, or you know what? We could cram out another axe here really quickly. Why don't we do that? It would be an unpromoted axe, but I do need more units. Yeah, we'll put this overflow into the axe. Why not? As I said, we need more units. And I want another warrior before I obsolete warriors. This poor city is almost out. Get that warrior. We'll whip out a worker here, a public servant, as soon as this whip... So we gotta swap next turn. So unhappy. Too much food. I can also start chopping some of those forests at the capital, too. So if you're curious about where the AI is on the tech tree, one of them's... Portugal is at theology. So Portugal's apparently going to found its own religion. Just, again, I don't think he'll accept. Just still trying to see if there's anything we can get. Nope, still not satisfied. But in any case, let's go ahead and heal up these guys. Can heal up in the city. Pretty sure I want shock for this guy. Oh, he's already full health. Let's get the medic unit in here so they'll heal faster. Shift you over here for the time being. So we defended Alamu again. The reason why I'm exploring... Oh, yeah, we need to rename. The reason why we're exploring on the eastern coast is we spotted a barb galley on the western coast. Alright, so, even in a city with a medic unit, he still takes 3 turns to heal. That's not ideal, but... Anyway. I guess we'll finish this cottage. They should be almost done with that farm for Chicago. You now cancel that public servant, although we will come back and whip it. For the time being, why don't you do... Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the turn that has the whip overflow. My bad, I thought it was already on the next turn. I've been playing these turns a little bit slowly because I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. It's never been clear why he's so angry. So he's got... Apparently he's not building horse archers. He seems to be building mostly swords, which is great, because swords are easy prey for my axes. I would love to have him keep going after more swords. That would be ideal. I'm very nervous about that horse archer, too. Like, I can turn on spending and pick up... Oh, nice. We got a... Nice. That's good luck. Now the borders will expand. That's really good luck. And we get extra happiness, too. Really good stuff. So do we have rice connected? No, we don't have rice connected, so we should definitely road this tile. Help out with health for the future. Plus, it's not like those workers could move anywhere anyway. So yeah, they're just, for the time being here, we just want to like chop stuff out of the jungle. So this is a project, but it'll become better in time. Yeah, the big issue is my econ is much weaker than the AI's. Alright, you just keep healing for right now. Yeah, it might be the case that the only way to end this war is to capture a city, which I think we still have a legit chance to do. Like, after these units heal up, we still, like, there's still no walls here. There's not many defenders. Like, we could potentially, like, if he moves these swords in and we kill the swords, we might be able to counterattack, move here, and just attack. Still not impossible. Alright, so this guy will be in Chicago in like 2 more turns. Let's continue to head out scouting, just to get vision down here. Yeah, I kind of like this positioning for right now, because I can move these guys between towns. That guy's almost picked up another promotion, too. Alright, Alamu, there we go. Still working on that library. The next whip here should be a worker. Like, well, I should swap this to a worker and 2-pop whip it, because I'm really low on workers. Now, again, this was kind of a desperate game early on, so there is a reason for it, but, yeah. Alright. We'll just have you work on the barracks for right now. Like I said, the next whip is actually going to be a worker. And poor Potato, 3 unhappy faces in here. Because it's all the way at size 8, but we only have enough happiness for size 5 right now. We'll go ahead and get that public servant, though. Whip that next turn. 2-pop whip it next turn. Overflow, finish the warrior. And then we'll see after that. Get a library maybe after that. Oh, I have 0 workers. Yeah, I have public servants. I know, I have public servants, not workers. Does she have currency yet? No. I'm hoping she might just gift me money, because we're pleased, and the AI will sometimes do that if you're pleased. Because some gifted money would be awfully nice. Okay, so since desert will grow anyway, I'm going to get out that axe. It's an unpromoted axe, so it's questionably useful, but let's go ahead and do that. And no, you're supposed to keep growing. Although, is it really worthwhile to grow into the happiness? Is it really worthwhile to grow into unhappiness is a fair question. I guess we'll do the barracks because there's not a lot else. Oh no, we can do, you know what, we can do the worker, yeah. I won't whip this, but we'll just build it naturally. It's kind of weird to build a worker naturally, but I think that's the ideal setup here. And yes, I know it's a public servant, but you get the idea. 2 swords and a chariot. Oh wait, no, the other sword and the chariot are Justinian. Okay. Cool. It does look like Justinian's is basically out of land down here. Whereas, like, I still have room to expand, which is nice. I think I'm going to chop this. Or I could chop this and put another cottage down. That might be better. Because I would like to keep working cottages here. Again, they're terrible at the start. They are the 1 commerce tiles, but they'll grow eventually. So sure, we'll go for that instead. Get a look at... Oh yeah, we can't move into an ocean tile. That's not in our culture. Alright, so these guys are all healed now. That's good news. Start shifting over. Again, thinking about getting ready to make a counterattack. Maybe. Portugal's already got a city down there. So we're running out of room to expand. He grabbed the... Must have recently put one down here. Alright, so we eroded that tile, so let's start chopping this one then. Do my attempts to troll him cost money? Well, if you move your units into enemy territory, it does cost more money to support your units in an enemy territory. I think I'm going to try... Well, I still need to keep an eye on these guys, but I think I'm going to try to move the... I think I'm going to try to move and capture Oporto again. Like, that does mean leaving Alamu undefended, but I can actually scout incoming units with my workboat over here. Like, the minnow can give me valuable intel about whether there's any enemy units down here. So I think I might as well do that. No, the diplomacy doesn't. It doesn't hurt to check. So he's still not interested. He still will only sign peace for that city. Yeah, diplomacy doesn't cost you, fortunately. Boy, it would be nice to have that city. It'd be really nice. Alright, so he's moving forward. So we've got to deal with this first, but it is just 2 swords. Like I said, it's not too scary. And Quill is in a position now where it can get that barracks out. We'll just wait 1 more turn for the happiness penalty to wear off. Yeah, so I have to deal with the 2 swords first. But they're presumably going to attack here at Alamu, I think. Alright, so Alamu is out of any whip penalty. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have enough pop to 2-pop. It doesn't have enough population yet. We gotta let it grow to size 4, and then we can 2-pop whip the worker. I'm just referring to them as workers. I know they're public servants and all that, but... So yeah, I'm hoping that these swords, again, ignore the scout and ignore Hattie's and Justinian's units. I'm hoping they're just gonna go boop, boop, and then I can attack and kill them with my axes. I can very easily kill them with my axes. Also, I want to swap which units are here. I want a unit that only has... I want the 4 XP axe in the city, and I want the 9 XP shock axe with my kind of attack force there. Alright. Just continuing to scout out there. See if we can get some more vision on... Oh, and look, Hattie's got a city over here too. Yep, so the map's starting to fill up. We can maybe get 1 or 2 more cities. And I definitely should have whipped this before. Now that it's almost finished, I think I'll just let the unit finish. And then I'll maybe whip another one afterwards. No, we still won't sign peace. Okay, whatever. What's this city work? This city badly needs another cottage too, doesn't it? Alright, so we're working the 2 cottages there. That seems correct. Still got that really low happiness cap.
Ready for action.
Actually, this should probably go into dead fish, because dead fish needs the happiness first. Alrighty. Yeah, we just need to keep getting more cottage tiles down. Although I think I'll cottage this tile, I think. Or farm it or do something with it. No, we don't have enough food to cottage that. We'd have to farm the tile, which might not be the worst thing, but I think I'd rather, like... That was a mistake. I should have, like, moved here and started chopping. Something like that. Oh, well. Hey, welcome. Glad you managed to catch me. World's ugliest man. Well, I don't want to fight the swords if they're getting a defensive bonus. I only want to fight them out in the open. But if you've noticed, I've chopped down the forest everywhere next to my cities has been cleared of forest, except a jungle or a forest literally just grew on this tile. So I'm gonna have to chop this to get rid of that. I'll have this public servant. Actually, it's probably more important to chop that tile. Let me cancel this order. It's probably more important to move over there and chop that, honestly. You don't want to have defensive cover next to your cities, if at all possible. It's dangerous. Anyway, so on we go. Just keep checking periodically to see if she's picked up currency. Alright, yep. Okay. So now we need to shift our axes over here. So now if we occupy this tile, I suspect that they will move on to this tile. I suspect they will, because their goal is definitely to go... And again, remember, Justinian is not at war with me. Don't worry about his units. I suspect that their goal is to attack Quayle. So. And there's that barb galley still lurking around. Yeah, so Chicago is just trying to grow pop and get up to this granary. It's going to need to get 4 pop to reach that point, though. So we're slowly working towards that. Chicago will actually be a good city long-term, but it is definitely a long-term project. Now, since they shifted over there, I will continue to chop this at Alamu. And Alamu can now 2-pop whip a worker. So it does not look like Alamu is about to get attacked, so let's just explore a little bit further down here. There's the... Oh boy, the great lighthouse is right there. If we could ever capture this city, boy, that would be nice. I mean, if he won't sign peace... Now, this city has walls, so we wouldn't be able to capture that city. But if we ever get to catapults... Like, if we kill this stack and then move down to Oporto, that maybe would be enough to get peace. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna... It would be better to chop one of these and then build a cottage on it. But since I'm over here, I'll put a cottage on this tile instead. And as I said, we're going to let the capital finish a public servant and then chop out another one. And I might go for settler next in potato, actually, and just plant this spot. I don't know if I can hold it, but it might be worthwhile to make the attempt, just because it would be so valuable to have another city down there. Plus, I would even be able to make a play for copper. We'll see. Hattie has a city, it looks like, on this tile. No, on this tile. It's here. She's got a city there. We'll see. Obviously, if I could get peace with Portugal, that would make things much easier to get a city down there. He still is unwilling. So I'm just building just like accumulating money for the time being. Quayle, I'm gonna let the barracks finish. I guess we'll let that go. Let the barracks finish, and then 2-pop whip out a pair of axes, which will come out with the promotion, of course. This gets whipped next turn. Might be illegal now that J-Man's founded a city. Well, his city, I believe, is on this tile here. Oh yeah, this spot would probably be an illegal spot, because I think he found it on this tile. But this would be a legal tile, 1, 2, 3. I could definitely found on this spot. Like I said, this warrior will try to get us some info. The problem is I don't want to walk him too close to the Portuguese city, because, you know, he's a warrior, so it'll, like, die instantly. Anyway. Alright. So there's the overflow into the warrior. And then we'll look to finish hunting after that. Or no, I said we're going to go settler here. Got a lot of stuff queued up here. Alright, we'll move here. I'm going to pair this worker with the guy who's working there. But we can move and put a turn into a chop rather than wasting a turn of movement. Oh no, look at this. They shifted over here. Interesting. Oh, you know why? Oh wait, here. No, here they are. Okay. I don't know what these guys are doing. So this is a little bit tricky because I can't let them get between me and the city. So let's do this. I'll put a shock unit here. Put another shock unit here. And now, if they want to move in any other direction, they're going to have to attack one of my dudes. And also put a unit there, just so that they don't get super lucky and capture my worker. Also, I don't want to remove the defensive cover, so let's not chop that this turn. Why don't you just hang out for a turn? I'm still trying to figure out what the heck he's trying to do here. Anyway, so we can chop that, or whip that. The top shanty is closer to growing. And you guys can hang out here. Now, again, they are not they have city raider promotions, but they've got the 50% defensive bonus from being on forest, and they get the 50% defensive bonus for melee. So anyway, cottage. Alright, so anyway, we have found like the southern end of the map here. Justinian's got some beautiful territory down there. So now we'll look to head into de Gaulle's territory. Again, de Gaulle might not be willing to sign open borders with us in the future because, because we have a different religion. We're not running the same religion, and that's why I moved the warrior up here. So that'll keep Dead Fish happy for the moment. And we will 2-pop whip this lighthouse as soon as... actually, no, we won't 2-pop whip the lights. We'll 2-pop whip out another public servant as soon as that whip duration is about to wear off. Because that's what I need. I need more workers. I'm very low on workers right now. Alright, let's see what he does with these swords. I'm hoping that they will try to attack one of my axes in suicide. They're kind of blocked from most avenues, so we'll see what they end up doing. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but sure, why not? I guess they're trying to get over to Alamu. Excellent, so we're at 4 pop. This is perfect for a 2-pop whip of 2 axes. Alright. The mausoleum was finished. Great. I don't even have calendar tech yet, and someone finished the mausoleum. Alright, so they're probably going to move on to the cattle or one of these two tiles next turn. Very likely. Let's put my forces mostly on these two tiles. So we'll move this guy up here, because that's as far as he can get. And I will finish this chop this turn. I'll lose the defensive bonus, but I'm okay with... There we go. So that'll finish the library. Put the overflow into the lighthouse. I'm not worried about them attacking a shock and killing a shock unit there. You can probably... I guess come over here with the other worker for right now. They're not going to win 2 straight battles there and capture that unit. Let's just get visibility on this Hattie city over here. Alright, so we're continuing to chop our way through the jungles. Next up, we probably want to cut down this one, because that boss town could share this tile. Alright, and you're going to come down here and help with this cottage. Meanwhile, Potato is going to whip that settler. There we go. Overflow will finish the warrior. If we can't get peace, we can't settle this city, but we can get a settler down there and in position just to take out that spot. He still won't sign peace. Pretty incredible the way he's just like absolutely refused under any circumstances to work with us. Anyway, so, alright, so the whip duration's almost worn out here. Almost. We could always go for construction as our next tech. And be like, alright, well, we'll just go for catapults and start killing this guy. If he won't sign peace. Oh, he just built a terreme. Okay. That means it's time to head on out. Because that terreme will kill our... I have no way to deal with a terreme, by the way. If it were to sail in here and pillage all my nets, there's very little I could do about that. Alright, I'm just looking to see if I have any more whips to do. Dead fish is close. Yeah. But as I said, I think dead fish is going to whip out a worker, I think. Yeah, I just need a couple more. If this settler doesn't look like it can found here, I could always just found this city here, but obviously I'd prefer to get the contested city. You know, the other thing I could do is I could put the city here. Now that would make it a much weaker city because it needs to expand borders to get the pigs, otherwise it's basically a useless city. But we'll see. Let's watch where these units move. Okay, they didn't move. That's not great. I was kind of hoping they would move. I was kind of waiting for them to move onto flat ground so I could kill them. Well, in any case, do the lighthouse next then. Hey, I kind of need you guys to move off that tile that has the huge defensive bonus. Kind of need you guys to move from there. So anyway, while I'm thinking about it, let's 2-pop whip that axe. We'll get enough overflow to finish another axe. Like, I want to move on this city, but I can't really do it until I'm in a position to kill these 2 swords. I guess I could just leave 2 axes behind. Because they're not breaking this with the 2 swords. Maybe we do that. And just get prepared to move out and try to... Oh, well, Porto's up to 40% defense now. Just hit 40% defense. Well, we'll see. Maybe. See, there's the trireme chasing my workboat. Anyway, there's where he's getting his horses from, which fortunately he hasn't done anything with so far. Anyway. Oh boy, we got quite a bit of overflow for this warrior. That's fine though. Anyway, alright, so we finished another shanty. Or I thought we finished it. Hold on. There we go. Alright, whip duration's almost run out. Like I said, I'm going to whip the public servant as soon as that whip duration wears off. Oh, and I guess that's it for movement. Alright, You need to come down here. The fastest way is to move in this direction. So you can see the odds are only 3%. Again, don't attack where they've got the defensive edge like that. And we might as well put a cottage down on this tile while we're defending it. Justinian, again, is not at war with me. He wouldn't have moved into my borders if he was planning on attacking. Happy to keep trading with her. Again, Hattie is one of the easiest AIs to make friends with. And yeah, it is 1 AD. The year when Portugal still refused peace. Indeed. Now, he really doesn't want to sign peace, does he? Even though I've done a good job of killing his units. Okay, so we're almost ready to... I'm trying to think. Do I want to get the lighthouse here? Or do I want to get another public servant? Let's get the lighthouse. Because I'm getting some workers out of a bunch of other cities. Like, Desert's about to finish one. I probably need to go for currency next, just so I can build wealth in some of these cities. Like, I'm actually running out of things to build, which is very rare for Civ. And it's purely because my tech just is pretty far behind. Yeah, the war is going on forever. Alright, he still is not moving those units. I don't know what has, like, gotten into the AI's pathfinding setup here. But, yeah, it's not great that the dude just sits there. And we'll double whip this, I guess. Or do I even... I guess so. I can always use more of these workers. So why don't you come down here and cottage this? Alright, so these guys definitely need to road, because they're just going to waste their movement if they don't road that tile. Guys can chop that. I guess they're not done yet. Okay. I actually thought they could finish. And just standing there menacingly. Yeah, pretty much. So the galley is only needed if we're dealing with the enemy, which we're not at the moment. Like with that barbed galley or something. Look at all that food. Man, I wish I had more happiness here. Still could really use some happiness. Like, calendar, again, would be really key for us. It would get us dyes. Does it get us any other happiness resources? Oh, and silks. So that would be 2 more happiness resources. Alright, so Alamu now has 3 tiles. So I can shift these workers over somewhere else. City Raider Catapult. That Tareem is just chasing me. I'm glad I spotted it. Just chasing me around the map. And you can see why I can't attack them there. The odds are way too low. Alright, let's see if we can spot this city that J-Man has. But, so I'm, like, gathering my units here. Again, if I see him move out with these units, I'll just move here, here, and then to here, and see if we can capture that. The danger is, of course, just that he would move on Alamu afterwards. If you're curious about the power bar graphs, obviously I'm below him in power by a pretty good margin. I wish he would just go away. I would, or there's someone else to attack him. He just will not sign peace, will he? Alright, I'm trying to see whips. Dead Fish and is ready to whip this turn. Okay. So you swap to that tile, and then you swap to... Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, you're almost ready to whip too. Next turn. Alright. It'll grow back onto that tile, so that's okay. Yeah, De Gaulle does border J-Man. You can see their borders are close. Like, if we zoom out, you can kind of get a sense where people are located. So, like, J-Man's got this territory here. De Gaulle must have more territory. over somewhere, because I think he has a decent number. Yeah, he's pretty high on the score list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 9 cities. So he must have more territory than we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has 9 cities as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 cities right now. Hattie is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She has 8 cities. So like we're basically even with the AI in city count, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're even in city count with this dude. Unfortunately, my economy is still bad. Like, what is my break-even science rate? It's 20%. 20% science break-even rate. Probably need to go for currency next, just to keep me from completely running out. Like, I need markets so badly, and markets would also help. They would also give me more happiness, wouldn't they? No, they wouldn't. Although if I connected the silks, then a market would be worth another happy face. The game's tough when you have all these penalties stacked up. So what's actually killing my economy? Well, unit cost is hurting me a lot. All these units. So yeah, that's a big part of it. Immortal, you also pays pretty hefty maintenance costs. It would be lovely to get into Code of Laws and get some courthouses. So currency, Code of Laws, calendar, construction. Those are all the techs I need right now. She still doesn't have currency yet. Yep, still just hanging out there on that tile. I guess I could go for... Well, the city actually has good research potential because it's got the gems tile there. So yeah, I guess I should pick that up. But we definitely want 4 food per turn over 3 food per turn. Alright, so we finished the lighthouse. Let's work on a library while growing. Oh wow, look how fast it's immediately regrowing. Just need a higher happiness cap here. Such a low happiness cap makes it tough. Yep, so I'm just still hanging out with these units here. So, see, he's got a horse archer there now, and that's pretty scary. Again, I just have no units to deal with horse archers at all. Gonna have to pick up hunting here shortly. Which, of course, we can do, no problems. Because hunting's super cheap, but... Gonna need to have... Now that I see that horse archer, I'm gonna need to be able to build spears. So we're gonna have to be able to do something about that. Alright, I need to chop this, because I cannot afford to have a forest right next to Quayle, the city center tile. That's very dangerous to have that situation. That Tareem is still chasing me, by the way. Yeah, Hill of Swords indeed. This annoying nature. I might just have to gamble. Like, when he moves this stack forward, I might just have to gamble that I can kill Oporto. He also has chariots, or at least a chariot now, which is not ideal either. Oh, hello. So apparently his... Okay. So I guess we're going to find out if this warrior gets killed by his horse archer. I'm not sure if I can send this settler forward, but we'll keep it here for the time being, just in case we miraculously get a peace treaty somehow. And this city is still just growing as best it can. It is a weaker city than Dead Fish, which is also growing. But at least Bosstown was able to grab this tile, and we can now whip that public servant, because the whip penalty is worn off. It will regrow very quickly as soon as that's done. So you guys, where do I need the most work? I think I'm okay on public servants right now. I mean, this one I have set to 2-pop whip, so I should do that. But I think I'm mostly okay on public servants for the moment. They should probably come up here and start working on improving the capital, honestly. Like chopping out that library. If you want to see how sad our economy is, if I go to max gold losing economy, I'm at 50 GMP. Rival worst is 143. So yeah, that's not great. I'm actually pretty competitive in food. I'm not far behind in food, but and I'm not too far behind in land area. But that economic situation is abysmal, because Immortal is you have to pay some pretty hefty costs in terms of like maintenance and stuff. All right, yeah, so we're working that, and of course it doesn't help that I've got these shanties and what is it, poor cottage, shanties and shacks and whatnot. Obviously that does not help. Does not help the situation.
If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both.
Currency. All right, let's start working towards currency, because that'll open up markets. Markets would really help out a lot, because I'm running such low gold totals right now. Would definitely be helpful. I guess we'll build the barracks because we have nothing else to build right now. Also would let me run wealth for lack of other options to build. And I might as well do the barracks because I've got nothing else to work on, as I said before. I should also found this city to get it going. Oh, nice. Hinduism spread in one of my cities. Excellent. Cool. That gives it, lets it grow to a higher, lets it grow another size. That's nice. So I'm going to pair up these 2 workers together. Usually you have workers act in pairs. Pretty common. All right, so we'll chop that, and then we'll look to get another cottage. So, because I want to be working cottages here, not seafood tiles. Now, the city is going to keep growing into unhappiness, of course. Because what else? Now, what happened to these units? All right, so the units have largely moved out of this city. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to move these guys forward here over another tile. And then next turn, if we don't see anything in Oporto, we're going to just gamble and start moving forward. Alamu could always whip. Actually, let's get an axe here, just in case I have to whip an axe out. Because 2 axes will easily defend against those swords. 1 axe might not. And we need to clear the forest on this tile. Should probably farm the tile. So as we keep exploring here. Black Panther's defogging the map for us. Oh, we actually did not get attacked there. So that's good. At least we get a little bit more knowledge. Also part of the reason why... and... well, it was nice knowing ya. It was nice knowing you, settler. So yeah, we really need to get peace quite badly here. Is there anything you'd take for peace? Same as always? Nope. Great. So much for that poor settler. I sent the warrior forward, so he's going to settle, but one of his units will definitely capture that settler. And then Chicago has all of 1 warrior to defend it. So this is also why I feel like I just need to gamble on capturing this city and getting peace, because if I can't get out of this war, the game's probably going to be over soon. Yeah, he's also going to settle there. The game is just going to be over relatively soon if I can't do something. This is hard enough. Immortal is a very difficult level to be playing on in the first place. I am playing a mod that actively lowers my stats instead of increasing my stats, and then to spend the entire early game locked in war with an AI too, like it basically becomes impossible to win. I can't also fight a perpetual war while also being under all these handicaps. It's not going to work. So, yeah. That's kind of the situation. And a lack of early metals did not help. And no horses. Remember, no horses either. No horses either. So we'll turn off science again. Oh, geez. And now we're break even at 10% science. And part of the reason why is we're having to pay for all these units because we have to have units to defend ourselves. So we're going to have to make a play for Oporto. If it fails, we might just have to say game over. And better to make the attempt than... And yeah, now we're still losing money. Although somehow we didn't lose the settler. Holy cow. He actually didn't plant the city there. Okay. Well, we'll hold on for the time being then. Interesting. So yeah, there's not much... Alright, so there's horse archers coming. So we need to... How many turns do we have? 1, 2... We've got a couple turns. We got to go now, and we've got to get peace. And if we don't get peace, the game's going to be over. So let's just do it right now. Got to go now, and hope for the best. So this is a total gamble. I do not expect this to work. But we got to go for it. Oh yeah, if this fails, we'll make another attempt at Dan Quayle. Same settings. Again, I like the way the game's... I like the setup for this. The only... Oh, and you know what? We can get another... We can turn this into another axe. We might as well. How much am I short? 33. Well, normally I could swap over to this... Oh, wait, no, that's third ring. Yeah, I can get this axe out next turn. Get the 35. Just to get another unit. There we go. But we gotta try, like I said. It's a pretty big challenge, to say the least. So we'll go ahead and farm that tile. Dramatic music is appropriate. Still getting chased by that Tareem, by the way. Alright. Oh, is this city whip? Okay, that's how he's done whipping. This city is so unhappy. So many unhappy faces. Like I said, I think the quality of land was decent in this game. It's just been more of an issue of the diplomacy has been bad. Alright, so they're still hanging out on that tile. They have moved backwards over down there. And our science continues to be abysmal. Farm. I love how we're just running away from this trireme the whole way. Alright, well, Godspeed, brave axes. Oh, crap. There's a crossbow. No! Not a crossbow. We still have to make the attempt, though. A crossbow. I was like, no! Still gotta try, though. Maybe we get lucky. I don't expect that, but maybe. And by the way, note that now we're making no gold at 0% science. The economy has completely crashed. Because see, they're definitely going to attack Alamu. I have one extra turn because they're going to move up next to the city, but after that, it's done. Oh god, he reinforced. See, this is one of the reasons why I figured the whole thing wouldn't work, because the AI reinforces its cities. Like, they will, when you move up next to the city, they will put more defenders in there. So yeah, this is not going to happen. No, the answer is we can't kill this with our tech. The answer is this is a doomed attempt. Because even the City Raider 3 units only get 7% odds, but we have to make an attempt. This will not work, but there's always the incredibly slim odds that we could get something at 7%. You never know. What? This game is the craziest mixture of, like, insane luck and terrible luck. Alright, well, we took top defender off. Well, that's pretty good. Holy cow, okay. Westmoreland is a god. What do we actually have left here? It's just archers, and... So the thing is, the cats are easy to kill. They do not get defensive bonuses. The difficulty is dealing with the archer and that axe is going to be a problem, but... we lost. And we lost the... So we win the 7%, we lose the 67%. That's unfortunate. 23% odds. Do we get better odds than that on anything? I doubt it. 9% odds. Well, 23% is better than 9%, and it's definitely better than 4%. 9.9. We'll take the 23%. I don't think it's going to work, though. No, that was more like what I was expecting. These are the best odds we're going to get here. But, like, they're all just going to heal and promote this next between turns. So we lost this one, too. Like, you can't really expect to win these odds that are so heavily stacked against you. Like, you can't really expect to land a whole bunch of 30% odds or what have you. We actually have odds on the catapults. It's a shame that those catapults were moved in, because otherwise, maybe 50-50. We got a great general. But it's all the way up there, so it's not going to be helpful. Still, maybe if he doesn't reinforce again, we can follow up. We did kill the crossbow, which is nice. Okay, we are dying to freaking catapults. At least we have an 82% odds here. That was actually a mistake. I should have attacked with this unit first. It would have gotten 67% odds. Can move this unit up. Throw another unit at it next turn. I mean, those units are injured. The problem is the archer is going to promote. But we will have Westmoreland will be able to take a promotion. So hey, maybe. We'll give it a shot. For some reason, they haven't attacked this unit yet. Well, if for some chance we still have that unit next turn. Alright, you guys should probably road down in this direction, assuming that we still have this city next turn. And then do our stack with a knight at the end, indeed. Yeah, we'll try to move this guy down, but he can't get down there in time to do anything. See, unlike Civ 5 and Civ 6, high difficulty is really genuinely hard in Civ 4. I think they'll stop for a turn to bombard there. He reinforced, as expected. Still, we can use... Westmoreland can take... Withdrawal chance, no. We want more combat strength. Come on, General Westmoreland. 70% odds. Alright, so he wins his round. Unfortunately, most of these guys are pretty beat up. So we can get 63% on him. Obviously, I want City Raider. That's going to be more useful than anything else. 9%. Ugh, pretty beat up. 43%. Alright. Fresh unit. So there's 4 units left. I have 4 attackers. If they all won, I would take the city. That's really unlikely to happen. Alright. 5%? 54%. I guess I gotta go with the 54%. Like, these units don't have defensive bonuses, but... No. The dream died. 11%. 26%. He just, like, the AI is not terrible at this game. They reinforce their cities if you try to attack. So we would have needed a few more units, apparently. Not quite enough. It was a valiant try. You know, when Westmoreland killed the first dude at, what, 7% odds? It was like, we had a slim chance at that point. At least Westmoreland was strong, but no, just not quite enough. Not having any horses definitely made it tricky. I guess I should have committed more fully to the attack, but... So that's it. This game is unfortunately lost. We will not be able to recover from this. Our economy is just garbage, and we can't get out of the war. He will never ever sign peace with us. So there's not much we can do. If the AI will never ever ever sign peace, then we're done. Yep, attack on Oporto shows what you do in your Kobayashi Maru. I don't think this game was impossible, but we would have needed a few more breaks to go our way. The problem is our tech is not advancing, and the AI's tech is advancing. So let's go ahead and, since we're abandoning this, let's go ahead and see. I mean, this is a loss, right? Let's go ahead and see what the AI was doing in terms of tech. Just see what techs they actually had. And get a look at the full continent. So this was the full map. Yeah, we would have gotten our fair share of the land if it weren't for the stupid war that never ended. Wish we'd had Hattie's starting position. That would have been a little bit nicer, all those floodplains. Although she didn't really have a lot of food resources over here. Still. Anyway, maybe not. Retire so we can see if we get the Dan Quayle score. I'm sure we would. We only have 500 points. So yes, we definitely would get the Dan Quayle score. He had gold at the gold resource and a gazillion floodplains, so kind of nice. J-Man. A lot of jungle, though. Wish we'd had horses. That would have helped. So he was researching engineering. If you want to see their tech trees. De Gaulle. So he was in the Middle Ages. J-Man was apparently doing... So I think part of the reason why he got to construction so early is he had that gold tile. Yep, sometimes if you don't lose at least some of the time, you're not playing the game right. You should lose at least some of the time, or else you're not challenging yourself. That said, games are for fun, so like you should always do whatever you think is the most fun. So, I mean, they actually weren't that far ahead of me in tech. They were all like mid-classical period, and I was still like ancient age. The problem was just our economy wasn't getting better. We needed to get to currency sooner, and we could have gotten to currency sooner. The problem was I had to keep putting so many whips into units instead of putting it into like actually advancing in tech. So anyway, it was a valiant attempt. Didn't end up working. So let's, why don't we try it again then, you guys, and see what happens. I said before I started I thought the odds of winning were only about 50% for a game like that. Alright. Oh no, I don't want... I want custom game. Alright, let's try this again. Tilted axis small, sea level low. And massive continents was what I wanted. AI is random. Get a different mix of AIs this time. Would have been nice if we started next to Hattie because she's super peaceful. Hopefully we don't start next to someone too aggressive. Yeah. No retire, sorry. I can tell you it would be a Dan Quayle score because there's only be 500 points. Alright, I'm just double checking. Got all the stuff set up. Alright, looks good. Let's see what we get this time. Alright, well, we're in floodplains. If there's no food bonuses, I am going to restart. So that's not in range at the start. And that's... Let's just see what's here. Alright, there's a wet corn. Done. Unfortunately, we just missed a... another resource tile over here, but... No, actually it's a dry corn, not a wet corn. But we've got floodplains. If I'd moved a tile south, I would have lost that. And the dry corn is better than the dry rice. Potato for capital again. Yeah, sure. Boy, it's a shame I didn't move one tile east. That would make for a much better capital. Like a significantly better capital by moving. Let's just move one tile east. This game's going to be hard enough.
Present and accounted for. Certainly.
Just, again, not entirely fair, but this is a pretty hard game. We'll go potato again. Alright, so that gets, and we're animal husbandry to start. So that gets the double food resources. Now, it does miss this rice, but that's a dry rice. It's not a great tile. And we also get an additional floodplains tile. So this is looking pretty good. Alamu for the capital name. It does, well, we'll have a chance to get, We'll definitely have a chance to get another city that has a cow name in it. I think potato is good for the capital. So we're in the southern hemisphere, I think. Maybe not. I thought I saw tundra tiles down here, but I guess not. So we're not a coastal start this time. America's starting techs are the same as they are in the default game, fishing and agriculture. So the fishing is not going to be terribly helpful here, but agriculture is really nice having this. So we'll go animal husbandry, and then we'll probably go mining, bronze working after that, probably. Yeah, I think it'll be mining, bronze working afterwards. All right, let's see what we get. Hopefully the barbs won't be too bad this game. Note that I am opening worker first, so that means vulnerability. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so there's definitely room for another good city down here. Second city's probably going to go here because it has double food resource. And I can get them both in the initial... Like, if I put it here, they'd both be in the initial ring. Which is key, because I'm not going to have any way to expand borders early on. And then the capital start... Well, or maybe on... Well, yeah, probably this tile. We'll see. We've explored no part of the map yet. Tundra would be to the west. Yes, you're correct. Thank you, Chas. Because this is a tilted axis map. It'll be... Tundra would be at the east pole or the west pole. And in fact, we can... So one of the things you can do is you can look at the forests. And based on the way the forests are set up, this is the colder type forest. So that means that the west pole is in this direction. So we're on the western side of the world wrap. And the equator is off in this direction, based on how the map is set up. Oh, it looks like Sydney's mom is home. Holy crap, resources. I haven't been that unlucky. Like in the last game, the only thing that was bad was the lack of strategic resources. I actually had a lot of food bonuses. All right, well, this is not a great neighbor. Gilgamesh is a highly aggressive leader, as we know from AI Survivor. So that's not an ideal neighbor. But we are going to get this hut. I forgot. I thought I turned the huts off. Apparently I didn't. Okay. And there's another hut over there. Ooh, hello. Or maybe we settle our first city here because we really could make use of a gold resource. I'm near the middle of the map, it's true. So maybe we'll get something good. Of course, we also could pop hostile units out of this hut. No, we got a map instead. Okay. Gems. Probably too close to Gilgamesh to have much of a shot of getting that, but we'll see. Gold with the food to work it, yeah. Because the techs are so expensive, especially with me planning to go mining, bronze working after this, that seems like a good plan. So yeah, we'll get a city. We'll probably settle this first and then head down here for the big food bonus after that. Rice first ring. Yes, exactly. Dry rice. So like these are 2 weakish food tiles, but that's a 3 food tile. That's a 4 food tile. I can farm. If I were to settle here, yeah, it would have to be here because I'm not going to expand borders. I could grab this tile from the capital. I could farm this tile, and then I could get another 4 food tile, and then I could cottage everything else, but farm this 1 tile, and that would give it 4 food. That would be 4 food, 6 food, 7 food, 5 food. Yeah, could still run 5 food while working those 4 tiles. Okay, and of course, critically get another happy resource for the early game, something I did not have in the last game. More calendar resources. So this is looking much better. These gems would be nice too, but that's like a longer term thing. I would need iron working to claim them. The tile east, I can't ping this tile because it's in fog, but the tile east of this gem, you know, gems first ring, rice second ring, eventually getting both of them would be pretty sweet. Surya Varman, okay. Not an ideal neighbor either, because of the way his borders eat up the map. He grabbed the hut, but that's fine. The huts quite frequently pop bad stuff on the higher difficulties. That's okay. These are both low piece weight leaders too. They're both creative, which also is not ideal. Is the corn northwest? No, this is not. This is a dry corn. It is not irrigated. Oh, look, there's another hut up there. I explored in a way that missed most of the huts. I'm just exploring in a circle around the capital right now. So this one is not. Good question. The river ends right here, so it does not expand up to that tile. So far we haven't... Yeah, and so like this is the equator on the map. Like this is the equator right here. Although it looks like there's an ocean not too far away either. Now, the one nice thing about the last game is we did only have opponents on one side. In this game, we might have to worry about opponents on multiple sides, so that's not great. Peace weight doesn't inherently matter, but low peace weight leaders often have like a hidden penalty against relations with the human. Like there are some leaders that just, they have like a hidden -1 or -2 penalty against the human player. I can't recall if Gilgamesh is one of them. Yeah, we're just exploring. If there is one good thing these AIs are doing, will I sacrifice a river cottage northwest? It's probably worthwhile to farm. Well, let's see. Actually, probably not. It's probably not necessary to farm to this tile, just because of the floodplains. The floodplains provide, that's 5 food, 6 food, 7 food. That's probably enough. You don't really need to go too much beyond, like, +7 food. Alright, so are there any horses here? Yes, there are horses here. Very nice. We should be able to get this. This is close enough to our capital that I think we'll be safe to get that. Famous last words, but I think we'll be safe to claim that. So probably a city here, eventually. Because that sugar... Once you have iron working, you can cut that down and make a 4-food tile, even if you don't have calendar yet. We'll start putting some signs down. Just, well... just to start marking off. And that also slots in nicely with the city we have planned over here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Obviously, we'd love to get some chariots for the early game, too. These chariots are really nice, both for fighting barbs and also just for exploring the map early on. Great. I can't remember if I get a free win against barbs on this level or not. That's why you try to stick to defensive terrain. Alright, come on. Please don't lose to this lion. Oh, it didn't attack me. Well, that's true. You are not guaranteed to fight animals. Sometimes they choose not to attack you. There's a bear down there. No free wins on Monarch Plus. Yeah, there's always like a 10% chance the animals will not attack you. So that was pretty lucky. Otherwise, it would have been like a straight 50-50. I think I get a minor bonus against animals. I think it's like 10%. But it's not much. Alright. Oh, there's a panther in there? Great. Well, I'm on max defensive terrain, so I should win if it attacks me. And it looks like there's water over here. So I'm going to try to cut back here. Note how the AI took 1 point of damage against a barbarian. They take like no damage against the barbs at all. Anyway. So we had ideal defensive terrain, so we should win this. But unfortunately, we're going to have to heal. Alright, so let's start growing as fast as we can. And now we're back to our favorite... oh, geez, we took way more damage than I would have liked. That's kind of sucked. Yeah, look at this. 3% odds, but it got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit me 5 times. We've got to heal for the moment. We would die if we ran into another barb unit. So no choice but to sit and heal for a bit. Yeah, oh well. So that's all we can do. These are going to be some boring turns here for the immediate future. Anyway, we have Gilgamesh's demo, so we'll swap over to Surya Varman now. If you want to see the comparison, he will of course be ahead in everything. It looks like he got a huge surge, but remember, I'm getting 1 production per turn. Food, power. Power is particularly sad because he gets free units to start the game. Yeah, I'm at only 5 food. So has he founded another city yet? I gotta do control. Nope, has not gotten out a settler yet. Okay, so neither of them, they don't start with the settler on Immortal. They do start with bonus workers, but they don't start with settler. All right, still, I'm liking the start of this game. Now this game will probably go great right up until we get attacked by one of these other leaders. And I've got to move because the lion is right there. So I've got to move away from that lion. And then the sadness, moving on to the... moving on to this tile only to immediately be unable to do anything. Only a 5% bonus against animals on Immortal. Okay. Well, at least now we can finally start microing. So we'll fortify here and just heal for the time being. Again, if I can win 1 more battle against an animal, I'll get to promote. But at 0.7 health, I'm not going to win.
The man who moved the mountain.
All right, Aldebaran's working because we're going to need to be able to whip. 0.9. 1.1. Yep, not much going on right now. So, note we get the second warrior back. 1.3. I'll probably take it all the way up to 1.9 health. I do not want to lose that warrior. There's the lions. 1.5. There we go. So now we've got it. Now we get up to 5 food per turn. Very nice. And now we can grow onto the cottages. And of course, we're going to go up to probably 3 pop, and then look to get a settler out after that. Probably 3 pop. We'll see. Or maybe 4 pop and double whip the settler. We'll see. Let the city grow for the time being. I wanted to definitely need to come over here and improve the cows now. And then I need to come settle this city. Animals will not enter your borders, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, we found Lincoln. Oh, hey, he's got orange borders because I'm America too. All right, welcome, Lincoln. So the AI should all have their second city now. Oh, Suryavarman doesn't. That's good. Gilgamesh does, though. So we're trying to get Bargrass with Suryavarman, who apparently has been spending... he apparently hasn't met some of the others, because he's been spending all his espionage points against me. Well, he's met Gilgamesh. Actually, no, he's met all of them. Okay, whatever. I just apparently need a ton of points to see his Bargrass. So we're cautious. Everyone's cautious towards me to start. Not much I can do about their opinion this early in the game. Yep, that's what happens when you get 2 of the same civ, different colors. Oh, great. Well, this is a great start. Suryavarman is apparently right there. So we definitely need to found this city next. Unfortunately, these are leaders that are good at expanding. Hey, dear. Welcome home. So with that in mind, I think we will definitely have to build the settler at size 3. With the 2 food bonuses hooked up, we will build it pretty quickly. Let's see if we can get visibility on his city. The slowness of moving these workers are really sad. Yeah, I think I have to go for this city immediately because I don't want to lose it to Suryavarman. I don't suppose I can see anyone else's borders yet. Nope. And of course I don't know what's up there to the north yet. It's kind of what Suri does. He expands quickly. Alright, so I'm going to take this fight because I want to try to get a promotion. Well, do I want to take the fight with the... I would like to get that promotion, but is it really worth the odds of losing? I shouldn't lose, but it is possible. So, I guess I'll just keep going then. Alright. Or we could go to... 13 turn... Well, this will drop. I could also grow this to size 4, and then double... Would it make more sense to grow this to size 4 over 4 more turns, and then 2-pop whip the settler? No, because the city's going to be unhappy at the next level anyway. No, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. We'll just build the settler now. And then I'm going to need to get another worker out too. Fortunately, that gold tile is going to be immensely valuable. I know bronze working's not done yet. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't have been able to whip immediately. Yeah, because I'm unhappy, again, because of that unhappiness penalty, I really can't grow to size 4. Notice how fast the borders pop. Again, that's because he's creative. Not ideal. Always better not to have creative neighbors, but could be worse. Hopefully Suryavarman focuses on wonder building. Yeah, having some Liz flashbacks here. Alright, so it says 12 turns, but watch, the build time's going to drop significantly as soon as this finishes. Oh, we got another forest to chop. That's cool. Alright, there we go. See, now it's down to just 8 turns. So 10 total turns. It dropped from 13 down to 10 total turns. Okay. So what's up for this worker to do next? Well, we're going to go ahead and farm this tile. I actually do not have wheel, so I can't road that tile. And I don't have pottery, so I can't build cottages. So it makes the most sense to farm this tile next. And then we'll move over here and we'll mine the gold tile. I still don't think I see the need to fight this lion. I think I'll just move out of the way and keep exploring. Why take a fight if I don't have to? Like, the odds to win are probably like 85%, but that would still mean 15% odds to lose the warrior, which would be devastating at this stage of the game. So why not? All right. So Suri, we now can see his demos. Let's put one more turn into Gilgamesh so we can continue seeing his, and then we'll run with Lincoln for the time being. So you need to come here and farm that tile. Oh, hey, okay. So the northern coast is up here. Okay, that's good to know. So it looks like we can push up here, and there's room for another excellent city up here with the pigs and the horses. I want to grab this spot first, and then we'll go from there. Yep, I think wheel pottery is definitely way to go after this. Wheel pottery. Yep, I totally agree, Alex. Now, floodplains take a long time to farm, but we don't really need this guy to do anything else for the time being. Anyway. Oh, cool. And there's even a fish. Do we go for that hut? Probably. Because it could be a tech. It's probably worthwhile to go for. I have to end my turn here on flat ground, though. Okay. Always a little bit scary, because there could be a barb or something. Let's see where the copper is now, too. Another nice thing about getting animal husbandry and bronze working early on is you get to see where the resources are.
It is entirely seemly for a young
We
man
do want to
killed
revolt
in
to slavery,
battle,
but not on this
arm
turn.
mangled by the bronze spear.
Oh, cool. We got 47 gold. That is going to be nice to help us with research. Also, we've now apparently barb and units have popped up. So we do get the 50% defensive bonus on this tile. So we should win. But again, should win doesn't mean do win. Oh, and we've got copper in the third ring. Excellent. This is much better from a resource standpoint. So borders will pop in 18 turns, and then we'll have copper in range, which will be pretty important for keeping us alive. Although I might delay hooking it up so I can build cheap warriors for a little bit. All right, cross your fingers that we're going to be able to win this battle. Now we need to get Bargrass with Lincoln. So far, so good. Although I am running a dangerous farmer's gambit here. I think I win this based on the animation. All right, good. Promote to woodsman, and now let's heal for a couple turns. And then we need to get down there because we still have no defensive units at all. Although, look, we can build look, our warrior's one turn away from finishing, so we'll finish that as soon as we get that unit out. There's an island up there. Oh yeah, oh yeah, good call. Yes, international trade routes on that island. Yes, 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 yes. We definitely will want that. The offshore or international thing. All right, so now I'm going to continue just circling around here. I want to see what's to the left of me. So whoever the fourth AI is, remember there's only 5 AIs in this game. Whoever the fourth AI is has founded 2 religions. So it's either Isabella or Gandhi or someone else who's obsessed with religion. Maybe it's Gandhi and Gilgamesh will go bother him instead of me. That would be nice. Nope, never mind. Suri founded the religion. Okay. Still, that's not the end of the world. That gives me a chance to make friends with him. All right, good. So now we'll finish this warrior, and that will make me feel a little bit safer. We'll actually have some kind of unit over here. Yeah, the terrain looks good. Now, if I can just stay peaceful with my neighbors, I've got a real shot in this game. There could be another civ off this continent, it's true. We could have a 2-continent setup. And so look, now I've got 3, I am size 3, and I'm working 3 improved tiles. So we're going to build a warrior, and then I think we're going to build another warrior, just so both cities have a defender. And then I think we'll go into, we're going to need another worker, aren't we? Either worker or settler. Probably, maybe we do another settler at size 4. We could always 2-pop whip it. We'll see. That might make sense, because this is another city that gets started very fast. You've trained your first melee unit. Yeah, 3-3. That would make sense. All right. So what's our name for this city, you guys? I could capture the shrine later on. What's our name for the... let's do... Oh, it's cows. It's Alamu, of course, because there's cows here.
Very well.
As you guys got to in the chat. All right. So I need this... So we can swap some tiles around here. I want you to have that tile, because I just want you to grow for right now. You work this, and then work a floodplains. Yeah, that works. That works just fine. And then I need to go improve that... I badly need to improve this tile, both for the research and also because of, also for the happiness, yes. I still can't build roads yet, so there's no point in trying to road over there. I'll just keep walking over to this tile, one tile at a time, which is really sad. Potatoes okay for the moment. Let's walk this guy over here. Oh, you're at 1.7. I should have healed you one more turn. At least get you up to almost full health. All right, so looking good. Our research will improve a ton as soon as we get there. It'll basically double our research because it's worth, what, 7 commerce. And my whole civ makes 12 commerce right now. So I guess not fully doubling, but not far away from it. And this terrain is much better for cottaging than what I had in the last game, too. Or where's the... So, yeah, we don't have any commerce yet, but I might be able to skip mysticism. I might just skip the entire priest part of the tech tree and just go for early writing and rely on libraries to pop borders. The thing about monuments is they're really not something you want to build. It's better to avoid them if possible. Oh, and I should have revolted to bronze working. In fact, this is probably not a bad turn to do. I should have revolted on the previous turn when the settler was in motion. That would have been the turn to do it. Or slavery civic, I should say. A Birmingham, 3 pigs on the map. Alright, not too eager to go fight barbs again. Why don't I just heal for a turn? Maybe they'll move away. And again, I'm still trying to get some vision on what's here. There should be an ocean over in this direction. Either ocean or tundra has to be in that direction. Something like that. Alright, so the barbs did move away. Oh, well. Okay. I have the defensive bonus and woodsman. I should win that. Probably not the worst thing to take on that combat. Yeah, we're not that far away from the West Pole. I think that's correct. I think that's right. So yeah, I think settler and then... Like, I really do need more public servants, but I want to get more territory out. Like, I can have this city build a public servant that's size 2. So I think I want to just get another settler out. I want to get this spot up and running quickly. Because I want to get the double food bonuses in play. Of course, I need a unit to defend it, don't I? I still have, like, no defense at all. Alright, I should win this. Please do not kill my dude. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. And on to pottery, so we can build granaries. So I'm just going to heal here for a couple turns, I think. Alright, mine that. Yep, so when this city hits size 2, I'll work this tile and the gold. And that'll be pretty helpful. Again, I'm trying to keep this guy like outside of my borders so I can see incoming threats ahead of time. Alright, so potato. There we go. Alright, so we could build the settler naturally, or we can whip it. The only issue with whipping the settler is it does knock down my happiness cap again, but I feel like it's still the way to go here, just because it saves so many turns. Whip this, regrow to the happiness cap, and then build a worker at the happiness cap. Just you want to make slavery civic work for you, and this guy has to stay in the city because otherwise it's unhappy. I can't get vision on the center tile there, which is unfortunate. Let's check in with the AIs because it's been a little while. So he still only has the 1 extra city. No idea where that is. He still only has the 1 extra city too. Okay, so they're not out expanding me yet. That's good news. Yeah, it's always funny when Lincoln adopts slavery. That happens pretty frequently. Yeah, so we'll let this... So what am I getting? 14, 14, 14, 14 would put me at 42 production. Yeah, that's... Okay, so we let this run for 3 turns and then double whip it. And as soon as we whip it, we move the warrior out. And probably need to overflow into another warrior. Well, we can put the overflow into a worker, maybe. We'll see. Let's get there first. Did we mess with Lincoln? No, he's on the standard city list. His capital will be Washington, and then he has New York for his second city. So he's on the standard city list right now for America. Oh, look, there's another barb coming. Okay, but we'll be at full health when this guy attacks, and we'll have 15% fortify bonus, because healing takes place before combat. So that's worthwhile to do. I'm not going to move here. I'll pick up another point of XP, and that'll only be 1 away from Woodsman 2, which lets me scout much faster. All right. So let's see this happen. Or I thought I healed. I thought healing happened before combat. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, but I did still manage to win the combat, so thank goodness for that. Of course, that means I do have to heal longer, but hey, I'm intercepting the barbs that otherwise would be coming towards my capital, so that's pretty valuable too. Oh, I'm actually only getting 12 food hammers. Okay, well that's not too bad. I guess I had some overflow from that first turn. That's still not too bad. Let's have you chill here for right now. And there we go. All right, so now we just have to grow, and then we'll work this tile in between turns, and then we'll build the public servant that's size 2. Because we don't have a granary to work on yet. And then we can do I want? No, I probably don't want to one pop whip it because I don't have a granary in place yet. Probably not. And now what I think I'll do is I'll road this, and then road this, and then road this, because I really want to get the gold resource back to the capital. Maybe I will one-pop whip it so I can connect the gold resource to the capital faster. Hey, Sullla. I'm really glad you managed to catch the live stream. I don't really like the mods in the game in Civ 4 just because I feel like they add stuff into the gameplay that's not there naturally. Oh, hey, look, there's a Gilgamesh archer with all his ridiculous promotions. I will probably stream Original Master of Orion sometime in the near future. Also, I know that this kills growth, but we want this tile because of the ridiculous commerce output. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't whip here just because we really want to work these 2 tiles. Now, what we do is we drop this tile when we can get the rice improved, but it's going to take a little while to get the rice improved. I would rather work this tile than this tile, if that makes sense. And yes, true, there will be an international trade route to Khmer eventually. Not for a while, though. We're more likely to get a trade route running down the rivers, honestly. Let's check in on Espionage. So we have Espionage points on Lincoln right now. Let's do this. All right, I'll do this. I want most of the points. Okay, I'm trying to get it. I was trying to get it so most of the points went to... We'll do this. There we go, for the moment. So we do have bar graphs with everybody, so let's look and see what we got. All right, score, not really that significant. GNP, well, actually, what does our GNP look like now that we're working the gold? Yeah, we're actually up there in GNP now that we're working the gold tile. Food stinks, but that's all right. They're probably out to 3 cities at this point right now. Nope, he still just has 2. Gilgamesh is at 3. And Lincoln's still just at 2. Okay. But we're close here. I mean, remember, they start the game with like 3 workers, so they are definitely get huge advantages. Food. It's a shame that, it's a shame that Surya Varman is blue. I wish I could change his color, because he has almost an identical color to us. Can't do anything about that, though. Power is not as bad as you might think. Most of my power is coming from text, though. You actually get power when you research certain texts. Bronze working being one of the major examples of that. All right, so we went right through pottery. What do we want next? We don't have anything that requires hunting, so I don't think we need that. Sailing, we're not on the coast. Archery, we're going to have bronze, so we don't need to go for archery. I think we start pushing for writing so we can actually expand borders. Would also let us sign open borders, and that will improve relations with some of the AIs. So yeah, I think that that's the way to go early on here. So this settler is whippable now. Well, this is going to cut into our writing research. There we go. So this will drop that settler down to 1 turn. We're going to get a fair amount of overflow, which I will probably put into a public servant. And then we'll build the warrior naturally. But I want that overflow to go into the public servant. And this guy's got to move down here to cover the new city. So let's get started on that. Yeah, this is a major mod. So for those of you who are just popping in here, this is a mod called the Dan Quayle Mod. It is a challenge mod. It does a couple different things. I'll pull it up in the Civilopedia so you guys can see. Let's see, leaders. Where is he? Dan Quayle. -1 health per city, -1 happiness per city, -50% great person birth rate, and the American Civ, or it's technically called the USA Civ, civilizations. This gets added to the game. You have a worker that has 1 movement instead of 2. Extremely painful. Just horrible to have a 1 movement worker. And a bank that's only plus 35% gold instead of plus 50%. And your cottages grow at half rate. So, yeah. And it's Izzy. Okay. So I knew that there was some kind of religious AI in the game. So Isabella is the last one. She will not like... maybe we just build the public servants naturally. Using the whip overflow, maybe. Well, at the very least, we want 1 turn of this at the very least. Because I do have need of that public servant really badly. So like moving here, normally I could road the tile. Nope, no road for you. Your movement just ends. This is going to be nice to when the borders pop. I'm actually going to reveal some tiles that I didn't otherwise have revealed there. And it looks like this guy's full health. I think he was full health a turn or 2 ago, so probably should have moved out sooner. But in any case, let's start getting Bargrass with Izzy. She's easy to understand. If you adopt her religion, she'll love you, and if you don't, she'll hate you. Oh yeah, this is his holy city. Okay, so we will need to get some culture going. We are not going to control these tiles. That's not going to be in our borders. However, if we can get a library in here, we will be able to at least control the gold resource because it's first ring for us. 1, 2, 3. It'll be 4th ring for him. I should be able to control that tile without any trouble. But I do need to expand borders in the nearish future. So we will need to get a library in there just so we can pop borders and control these tiles. Like I said, I don't care about these tiles out here, which will not be mine. But I do need culture at some point. So writing is good for right now. All right, road that tile. We'll also get a trade route, by the way, when we finish roading. I think I'll road this tile because it's helpful to get down here since I'm going to be moving towards this city spot in the near future too. All right, no barbarians. We're clear to move. Now we're going to need a name for this city as well. So for you guys, feel free to be thinking about what we should name that next turn. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to expand east very much, but hopefully we can get to the north. The question is going to be, where do we want to put our 4th city? Because like it might be this spot because I would like to get horses. I think horses are pretty important, but there's no food bonuses there. So there is a pretty strong case to be made that we should, like we could put the city here. Pigs for 5 food. 6 food. And yeah, it probably should be up here. Get the bronze. We'll see. Have to think about it. Either one of these 2 spots. Both of them are important to control. Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham. Okay. You've been pushing for that Burninator, so I'll go with the Birmingham. You have been very very good about asking for that. Also, by the way, Lincoln is apparently off to a bad start. He's way behind in score for some reason. He only has 2 cities. All the other AIs have 3 cities. Maybe he's squeezed on territory. Surrey Varmint only has 2 cities. Maybe he's building wonders. That would be good news for us. Go build your wonders. Don't bother us. We'll just keep expanding. Like, don't mind us. We've got, what, 3 warriors for our defenses. I mean, we'll get more in time. Birmingham. That was the name of it, right? Birmingham. Okay. Just making sure I got this correct. All right. And fortunately, we can go right onto Granary. Oh, God. Double barb archers? Are you kidding me? maybe they won't invade my territory this early in the game. Oh boy. I mean, we have copper, but it's not connected. I was not expecting double barb archers to be right outside the borders of this city. All right, looks like we are not at a point where they're invading borders just yet. All right, this well, we need to get the copper connected. We're gonna need to get that copper connected, like now. So let's start working in that direction. And let's start moving this guy down in that direction in case I do have to defend this. With full fortification bonus, warriors can defeat archers in the city. But yeah, wow. Okay, well, we need to get more military out before we do anything else, don't we? Oof, okay. This public servant that's coming out, I was going to move down here and improve Birmingham's tiles. Instead, I'm going to start roading to this copper because I'm going to need to have some axes. All right. So far, so good. Oh, that's right. Floodplains take longer. All right, so who built Stonehenge? Khmer, of course. Superculture Civ, apparently. Now, where do I want to... So I don't want to road on this tile because that forces me to lose the river crossing issue. So we'll move here. We'll road here, here, and here. It's going to take a while, but... Maybe some of the AIs will run into the barbs. But yeah, we need to fix that before we worry about expanding further. We need to fix that. So I definitely need this public servant who can farm this tile and then road it afterwards. Barbs will start entering shortly. Okay, around 1900 BC. Well, we got to start working towards axes. At least we're going to have axes. At least we've got that copper. Thank goodness. I do not want to try to grab the horses just yet. So it does seem like the next city should go up here because we're going to be improving in that direction anyway. So let's put the sticker here. Why that tile? If I go here, I can't get the pigs in range. This will probably be a production city. Like we don't need to, don't bother with commerce. Well, we probably need, every city normally needs some commerce stuff in Civ 4. So we'll see. Also, there's a Barb City over here, by the way. So that's a target to acquire later. Like not in the early game, but later on we should be able to take that. So all in all, it's a pretty good start for us. Like, the AIs are still on the same number of cities as us. They're all on 3 cities. As long as we don't lose a city to the Barbs, I think we're in okay shape. And so there we go. 50 turns. You can see those Barb units still lurking around. We get the border pop, so I have to road towards this. And then if I'm going to road towards it and mine it, I might as well take advantage of it by putting a city down. That's kind of the idea. And I will definitely sign open borders with the AIs just to improve relations. So we've almost got our trade route connection, and this will also bring the gold to the capital, which is really key. So I think the capital, settler, yeah, settler at the next size. Well, actually, I probably should go to size 4, honestly, and then double whip a settler at size 4. I'll also work on that granary next. I'm definitely too low on workers here, by the way, but like because the public servants are so terrible, like it just takes longer to build every tile improvement because they're always wasting turns with movement. So potatoes, yeah, potatoes borders popped. The other cities all have no culture yet, so they won't pop borders. All right, so far we seem to be okay. I'm going to put this guy here on zone defense for the time being. Yep, so got that Barb City. It'll be defended by Barb Archers. Actually, this guy should probably come back up here and defend this guy as he roads towards the copper. So we'll get a trade route connection in between turns. And now we've got the gold in the capital, which is super nice. So now we can grow it further. With we're at +6 food. We'll be at +7 food as soon as this gets connected. So that's pretty nice. So now I need to road down towards Birmingham, and I really need to improve that cattle tile. But I might as well road in that direction while we're going. Alamu, of course, is down to 2 turns remaining. Like I said, I'm not going to whip this because this is a low food city at the moment. Only +2 food. So this public servant is going to work is going to farm and then road this tile, and then we'll see what to do from there. I'll finish this warrior because it's almost done, and then I'll probably work on the granary. So I do need to get granaries up soonish too. Yep, the trait adds an unhappy face. You are completely right, Unified World. So the mod adds a +1 unhappiness for ARG. Alamu should be okay for a little bit. It does need to get... Oh, you're right. It does need to get a library out. It will take a little while for borders, because like it would have to hit 500 culture, and that takes a while even for a holy city, but it's true. I will need to expand borders there, because I do not want to lose that gold tile. Okay. Next up's probably ironworking. Again, I don't have any hunting resources at the moment that I need to connect. I don't think I need spears. It's actually kind of nice. I can hook up the copper and still build warriors as long as I don't research hunting. You know, warriors just for military police purposes. Sailing doesn't seem too useful at this point. I guess enable coast on rivers could be useful later, just for trade routes with the AIs. But for now, I think we're okay. So I think we want ironworking, partly so we can see the iron, and also because... Okay, yes, we connected 3 resources. And also because we would like to try to make a play for that later on. I'm not in a position to go for that yet, but like I said, in time we would like that. Oracle has been built by Sumeria, and apparently Khmer built the Great Wall too. So, a lot of work. So, fortunately the AIs have been wasting some of their time on wonder building. Like I said, I think I want... to make sure there's no barbs incoming from that direction. And you're on zone defense right now, as I said. So the question is, do I just run down? Now, if this was a normal worker, I think I'd just run down here and improve the pigs. The problem is it takes so long to work your way down. Like, it's 4 turns to work your way down there. It's probably better to build the roads as I go, just to not waste the turns moving down here. Like, it takes so long to road over here. Well, I don't think he built these wonders in this city. I think he built them in his capital. Oh, he already wants open borders. Yes. That's a good deal. So you build the granary while continuing to grow. And then at size 4, we're going to get out a settler. How are we doing on happiness here? Okay for the moment. Still think I should just keep you there. Yeah, and then this guy's like, I will move to where we are threatened by barbs. Is the idea there. Alright, so working these 2 tiles. Yeah, warrior. Need to improve this. God, it's so slow. Alright, looks like we're safe up there for the time being. Alright. We can save money for a little bit. Let's sign open borders with the other AIs. Try to improve relations. Definitely Surrey Varmint is the one... Now I have a spearman, ho ho ho. Surrey Varmint is the one we want to be on the best terms with, because he is the closest, it seems. Still don't know where Gilgamesh is. Again, more scouting info would be nice to have too, but I need to defend myself first. If I can get an axe or 2, then I can start sending warriors out exploring again. But I need to make sure I'm not losing any cities to the barbs first. Alright, so we'll farm this. Alright, looks like we're okay at the moment. No barbs immediately incoming. So look, now we've got another health resource. So this is nice. Having both rice and corn is really nice in terms of health resources. That'll mean all my cities will be really healthy with granaries. Alright, so this city is about to grow. again, I just want to get the granary first. I'm nowhere close to finishing it, but just basically work the food tiles, grow to size 4, and then at size 4, double whip the granary. It'll grow really fast once I can improve these tiles. It's just a matter of getting down there. All right, once again, wasted movement up there. I am sure Izzy was the one who found that because she's already got the first religion. All right, so we've got a road there. Now we'll road this tile. Still working those tiles. The granary. So Birmingham's development has been quite slow as a result of all this. And Potato is almost to size 4. At which point we switch to a settler, and then we grab that spot. Alamu, I think we might do the library for... No, we should do the granary first. Let's not be crazy. Granary, then library. Hopefully that will give us enough... Hopefully we will not lose this tile in that amount of time. Hopefully. You can just hang out in there. So Lincoln has converted to Izzy's religion. There's another barb. I'm actually going to road this first before mining it, because that helps me get a settler to that tile. And there's no city that can work this yet. So mining it first doesn't really do anything. A rare case where I'm roading before I'm mining. Yeah, Lincoln seems to be the one struggling. Maybe he's squeezed on territory. Like maybe some AI is boxing him in. I don't think he's at war with anyone. No, not at war. And now that we've got Bargrass with Isabella, we can just go normal espionage points with everyone. Maybe one turn with Gilgamesh, because he's apparently investing more in espionage. All right, and just like that, the Barbs have apparently decided they're on their way. So, well, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do here with all these Barbs incoming. Trying to get resources connected, but hopefully they're not all coming at once. At least I've got Birmingham connected. I will shift these warriors around to where they're needed. Gold resource is basically carrying the economy, yes. Be ready to move this guy next turn if needed. Be ready to shift this dude around too in the capital. Great. Awesome. Got this great start here, and these stupid barbarians. 2 of them coming in at the same time. Look at this one. This one's even promoted Combat 1 cover. Like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do here? I'm trying to get my metal in place, but it's not ready yet. I need like 5 more turns. I can't even finish this, or else I'll lose this to the barbarians. Super obnoxious. I don't know what to do here, other than hope that somehow I don't lose this city between turns. I guess I should have swapped to a warrior last turn. This is just really bad luck. Double barb. Like if it's just 1 barb, I was counting on 1 barb archer showing up, not 2. Like I'd love to shift this guy down here, but the problem is Alamu is gonna. Well, this guy has to go here. Alamu is gonna have to build its own warrior here. Not much I can do otherwise. This is going to set me back so far in terms of development. Really sucks. Of course, if both of these attack and win, then I'm done. Oh yeah, you can whip a warrior, that's true. Huh, good point. I can whip 1. That's true. Oh, I only got 20 production for it instead of... Interesting. I guess that's because I whipped at the penalty with an empty box. Alright. Let's see what happens. Well, we actually won the first combat. That was against the promoted one, too. Oh, geez. Okay, well, that works. Alright, well, like I said, that works. Okay, well, or we could just suck out and get lucky, apparently. Let's look at the combat logs. I didn't know what the actual odds were for those. Alright. So the first one... Oh, apparently we had better odds than I thought. Apparently we had like 60% odds for the first one. Actually, almost 70% odds. And then the second one, we lucked out. It was like 50-50. So we did get lucky with the second one. Unfortunately, we have to whip this, which sucks so much. But we can get 2 warriors out of it. So I guess it's not the end of the world. But still not great, obviously. I would much rather have used that whip, if it's going to be on a unit, I would much rather that had been into a an axe instead of a warrior. But the archer's here, you gotta play the game. So we'll go there, and now I have like excess warriors down here. Although maybe keeping 3 is not the end of the world. Send 1 out exploring. Guy who's got 2 XP. Might as well, yeah. It wasn't full strength, that's true. First one wasn't full strength. Alright, still, that set me back by a lot. I had to invest whips in Birmingham and Alamu into stuff that was not economic focused. But that's the game. Like you can't just ignore bad luck. Also, note how my economy instantly becomes terrible when I'm not working the gold tile. Still, we don't need ironworking right now. We can run some high food here, try to get that granary done, and then get that library out. Need more workers too. Always need more workers, but yeah, I don't really want to promote these guys combat 1 because that's kind of a waste. Ship this guy back towards Alamu as well, just because you never know. I think we'll just heal these guys here for the moment. Anyway. Stupid barbarians. That whip overflow at Alamu can go into the granary, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, and we won the battle anyway. Oh, but look, here comes another one. Okay, great. I would farm this, but I think it's going to get pillaged. So I'm not sure I want to do that. Anyway, like I said, the overflow can go into the granary, so it's not terrible, but certainly not ideal. Let's chop this forest, because I can't finish this farm. It's just going to get pillaged if I do. Really, really could use some, oh, you know what we can do? We can occupy this grassland hill. Maybe we can absorb an attack here where we get the max bonus. Max defensive bonus. Yeah, with these warriors incoming, I think maybe I can... Yeah, I've got enough warriors. I think I'm okay. I think I can... If this archer attacks and loses to this guy on the hill, I'm probably okay. We'll go for the finishing that, and hopefully it won't come back to bite me. This is the woodsman guy. I wish I could get him in a combat on woods, where he'd get the big bonus. Alright, and potato can be whipped next turn. I could have pre-roaded it. Maybe it would have been better to road that, pre-road it. Yeah, I could have pre-roaded it. So kind of need to win this. I think I did. Nope. And barely even... Alright, so look. I had about 65% odds to win, but look. I got 1 hit, and it hit me 6 times. Well, that's terrible luck. That's pretty unfortunate. So yeah, we'll just grow another size. Alright, well... Copper, so it's like, so when's that copper gonna finish again? I could finish it this turn, but this warrior could also capture me, so... It's like the barbs all hit at the same time. This guy's probably gonna try to move and pillage. Let's just move away for this turn. And then we'll hit him next turn. Alright, so we're going to get the 6 food pigs connected here. I might lose a warrior, but that's alright. Did get lucky back there, so I can't complain too much. That guy should not be able to attack and take out a dude at Alamu. Unless this is like the archer from hell. See, unfortunately he promoted. And I've got a damage warrior. Jesus Christ. Why couldn't I have just won the 65% on that hill? Jesus Christ. It's like these stupid barbarians have set me back so much here. Anyway, here we've got a 50-50, so let's hope we win that. Nope. Of course not. Why would we win a 50-50? But at least we're guaranteed to win the second one. This copper cannot arrive soon enough. If I just could have gotten like 5 more turns, I would have been totally safe here. At least we get a Woodsman 2 unit out of that. The problem is Alamu's got to be whipped again because it's down to 1. Look, Alamu's down to 1 unit. Like, if this archer attacks, he can capture the city. So I have no choice. I have to whip out the warrior, even though it's going to be awful for this city's development. I have no choice. I have to do it. Otherwise, I lose the city if I get a bad combat result. Just... Since Suryavarman built Great Wall, you get all his barbarians. It's true. Also, I meant to run Espionage on Gilgamesh for 1 turn. Instead, I ran it for like 6 turns, but I think it's all right. Can you imagine if these whips weren't going into stupid warriors, which are like totally useless units? It's forcing me not to work the gold tile, which sucks so much. At least if there's anything good, I'm getting some of that to go into the granary. I'm going to chop this forest and use it to complete the granary, which would be really key because this city doesn't have a ton of food. And of course, this is delaying how long before I get cottages on these floodplains tiles too. But we will have copper connected next turn. Alright, finally. Yeah, like I said, I had to do that. Otherwise, I could have lost the city. Alright, anyway, we need a name for this city, you guys. Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Would it have been better to research archery and whip archers? Quayle, yeah. Quayle's good. We had the city named that in the last game. So here's the thing. Yes, it would have been better to do that if I knew that I was going to get hit by a wave of barb archers. The problem is I have copper. I was like 5 turns away from connecting copper. And I would have been fine because I could have just whipped out axes, which would easily clean up those archers. So the problem is they hit me like before I could get those, before I could get my copper up and running. So that was the problem there. All right, so we'll promote Woodsman 2. And like we're getting close to getting the granary done here. Fortunately, the happiness cap is not as bad. So yeah, we're going to chop the granary to completion. Because even at plus 20, because like I can pick up the gold tile at size 2, chop the granary to completion, and then once the granary's done, I go back to working the rice tile, and then that gets the city back to decent growth. Also, we do almost have this finished, so that's nice. And then we'll get the library as soon as the granary's done. I probably need to stop trying to push expansion just for a little bit, because if you've noticed I'm losing money at 30% science, I need to get some cottages up before I try to push more expansion, I think. Alright, so chop that. One of you two should go out exploring, so again, I have at least a little bit of notice before the barbs come racing in. And I'm going to need a defender for Quayle. But first, obviously, the city needs to get disconnected. This city will be, like I said, my military city. By the way, do I have enough money to finish ironworking if I were to research it? I'd get pretty close. Let's just start running this down, because I might have an iron resource here, too, which would be nice. This probably needs to be next, because I would like to get horses. And that would also let me explore a little bit more. Like, I still don't have great knowledge of the map right now. But, yeah, so that maybe that city's next, right down there. Although, getting up here would, you know, this... I could also get horses here. The maintenance cost would be bad, but... That's another option, too. Anyway. So Birmingham now finally has its food bonus connected. So this city has been like a nothing burger so far, but we'll be able to grow it. It'll grow to size 4 very quickly, and then once the granary's in place, it'll be strong. Then we get the library after that to pop the borders and work cottages, basically. We'll get the granary first, then we'll get out some more workers from there. Creating the horse closer might be nice to keep it from the other... Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know how close Gilgamesh is. I know he's down here somewhere, but how close, I don't really know. We're still cautious with everyone. Let's see if there's any diplomacy we can make. He only has 3 cities. That's kind of nice. Surimarman's starting to expand. He's up to 5 now. She's at 4, and we're at 4. And Lincoln's at 4 as well. I mean, we're keeping pace in expansion. It's just... The economy penalties are really high on this difficulty. So he's got another city up there to the north. Maybe we should get a move on, because this is really key, not just to get this spot, but then that also opens up that, what looks like an island city, at least out there, which would be pretty important. Oh, hey, look, it's another barb archer. Looks like it killed something. We'll just fortify there for now. And as usual, I pretty much need to build a road here, or else I'm just wasting my time moving. Granary's almost done. I am going to need a warrior for the capital, just for military police. I wish Birmingham were a little bit better defended, too. At least I can now get axes, because I have the copper connected. That does help a lot. Right, I should 100% win this. Because that thing wasn't even full strength. Oh, hey, there's a... Okay, cool. So this is going to help us. There's a barb city here that we can potentially capture later, and will also block expansion over towards these resources. I'm going to try to get the exact location. I think it... I'm not exactly sure which tile it's on, but this will block Surrey of Armin from getting up here. So maybe we do go for that spot next. Alright, so it makes more sense to finish the granary first, and then go back to working the high food tile, because then we can fill up the food box while that's going on. Capital still looks good. Still finishing that granary. I guess I could speed up growth, or speed up production on the granary. How much do I need? 9? I think if I work this tile... Yeah, so here's what I should do. I should work one turn like this, and then 1 turn like this. Just do this first, and then swap back, because I want the granary to be finished sooner. And let's see... This looks good. In 4 turns... Okay, so in 4 turns, I'll have... No, I actually want this. Because I want to be able to 2-pop whip the granary. I actually do want the 2-pop whip, because that'll give me a ton of overflow into something. Probably a public servant. Or actually, probably should put the overflow into the library. Or actually, no, I think I need the worker more. I think I just 2-pop whip... Overflow into the worker, finish the worker, and then build the library after that. I think that's the way to go. Barb City is 1 tile off the coast. It's true. It is one. I believe that the Barb City is on this tile. I think. Still, it's nice having it pop up there overall. Oh, also apparently we have a trade connection to Gilgamesh. All right, so work that. 4 turns to grow, and then once we grow, we'll have that granary in place. All right, so let's use you to come down here and start getting some cottages for the capital. Now you come over here and improve this tile. We're going to move on to this tile, and then we'll be able to see. Like I said, I suspect that that's the center tile. Yeah, I kind of would like this spot, just because it feels like if I get this, I have a clear border with Surrey of Armin. I think, anyway. Someday I'll find out what lies over here to the west. Someday. Alright, so now we can move back here and still finish the granary. If we hadn't worked that tile, we wouldn't have had enough production to finish it. So let the granary's food box fill up. And probably get another settler out of the capital next, honestly. I'm going to build a warrior for military police, but let it grow back to size 4. And 2-pop whip another settler, and probably try to grab this spot. It won't be good for the economy, but we are finally starting to get some cottages up. Unfortunately, the cottages are going to stink because of the penalty. But, like, we're going to be able to work the gold tile at the over there. Get that warrior from military police. But, like, we'll be able to work the gold tile, and that's going to help the economy a ton. And we'll be able to work these floodplains tiles, too. Yep, there it is. Okay, so yeah, that city's not getting cracked anytime soon. City on a hill with archers, not going to happen. Alright, and now Quayle is also in a position where it's going to be able to build its granary super fast. So I'll 1-pop whip the granary as soon as it grows to size 2. And then I will probably have it build military. I'll probably have it work on just build axes. Like with that copper tile, the city can get to 6 production per turn? And then I'll probably, like I said, I'm not going to use this for commerce. Now I will have to get a library just to pop the borders. But I think I'll just build some axes. Well, I should get a barracks first if I'm going to do that. But build a barracks and then just get some axes so that I have some actual units to defend. I think that's the way to go. Can we trade resources yet? Ooh, he's got ivory. Doesn't like me enough to trade it. Boy, I wish I could get one of his ivories. So that means he's down on this river somewhere. And you know what? Now that I can emergency whip out axes as needed, let's go explore in this direction with one of these warriors. Because, like I said, I can get a warrior if I need it. Or not a warrior. Axe. That's it. I can get an axe. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go barracks before we start building military because I think we're okay for the moment. Famous last words, as I said. So I could road this. Do I even need to road it? I'm not sure that I do. I want to get over there. Well, it only takes me 1 extra turn to road it. Like, it takes 2 turns to get here. If I road... No, it actually saves me 2 turns. Let's get over to that tile faster. I already have pigs connected, so having a second pigs doesn't help me that much in this situation. So we'll just go over there. Yep, so trying to fog bust and keep the barbs down. Alright, so Gilgamesh is not that far away in that direction. So maybe we do need to grab this spot soonish, just to lock down our southern border. We'll see. We will get one of these city spots in the near future. Either here or here. It looks like there's still room to expand to the west. I'm not sure which is more urgent, to be honest. I truly thought a barb was going to emerge when I press next turn. Yeah, I'm not sure which is more urgent, this spot or this. Let's just mark this so we don't forget about it. I really like having the barb cities too because that will give us opportunities for the future. One thing we always could do is we could always, like if we capture this city long term, we could always like have a settler ready and then when we burn it down, immediately plant the city on this tile. Southern horses do give sugar, it's true. That is very true. And Alamo is now working towards its library. I should be able to 2-pop whip it at size 4 if I'm willing to put in I'll probably chop this forest and then 2-pop whip the library with a chop. And then that should be able to hold this tile. I don't think that Gilgamesh has, Surya has quite enough culture to claim that yet. Gem City is too much of a reach at this point. Maybe someday, but it does not seem possible right now. It's just too far away. Gilgamesh is too close. I mean, I'll poke around down here with my warrior and try to get some more info. No. It's unhappy because I don't have a warrior done. I should have been on top of this. I could have shifted this warrior from Alamu into Potato. That's a mistake by me. This guy is just mostly trying to fog bust for barbs. Alright, so let's get that granary. Oh, the granary is still 1 turn. Yeah, it can whip next turn. And it is worthwhile to do that. Because I'll just immediately regrow. Yep, we might need to lock down this border next, honestly. So, swap over to the settler. And we'll get that out in like a turn. Alright, so Birmingham has hit size 4. 2-pop whip that. And with the granary in place, it'll grow back fast. And like I said, we're going to finish another public servant here. Because we need one pretty badly. Now Alamu's unhappy too. Oh, yeah. Only 4 turns, so that's nice because we've got quite a bit of overflow. That's not quite done yet. All right, well, the gems are apparently already claimed by Gilgamesh, so. And Potato is, oh, apparently it's not quite unhappy enough, or it's not, the happiness penalty is not kicking in yet. Remember, we did have double whip penalty. Fortunately, it's down to single whip penalty now. All right, let's whip that. There we go. And with the granary in place, the city will grow very fast. Yeah, I think it has to be this spot next, just because there's more threat from Gilgamesh down there. I think it's got to be that next. Can start roading towards the resource city. Yeah. I think all my workers are busy at the moment on different things, though. So let's look at the demos real quick. Actually, not last in GMP, which is kind of incredible. Food. I'm actually not last in food either. I'm tied for rival worst there. If you want to see, well, not the top 5 cities. If you want to see the demos, bar graphs. That's what I was looking for. So GMP. All right, yeah. So we're pretty far inferior, but remember, a lot of what they have is culture. Production, yeah, production stinks. But for food, we're actually kind of in the middle of the pack on food, and that's a great sign. Obviously, power is terrible. That will come in time. We will probably always be last in power. Or not until the very, very late stages of the game. But we're getting the granaries done, and that's really key. Yeah, again, I'm literally just fog busting here. Trying to keep barbs from spawning. Borders just popped again down here with Gilgamesh. So I guess we don't have to worry about barbarians as much. I'm going to try to loop over here to the west and see what's in that direction. Actually, no, I need him to come back here and watch for this settler that I'm about to create. We got our first cottage of the game. Yay! Our shack. I finished the shack. There it is. Finish the shack. Shift the city 1 tile east down here. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I was thinking because I wanted to get this resource in play, but you're right. There's no reason not to shift it over. Less crowding. It still can access all the resources. Good suggestion. Like, it still has horses first ring. Now, what we'll have to do is we will have to chop down this. Now, you might say, wait a minute, there's no food bonuses here. But if we chop down the forest, or the jungle, which we'll be able to do, because we'll have ironworking, chop this down and farm it, you get a 4 food tile, 4 food, 1 commerce. And that's enough for the city. We'll probably maybe farm this tile too. And eventually we'll swap the spices over, post-calendar. So yeah, things are looking pretty solid. Maybe someday we can put another city to grab this dyes resource, maybe. But that's a low priority in comparison to other stuff that's going on right now. So yeah, we'll try to get... I want to get that spot, and I want to get this spot, because I want to lock down the eastern border. And just because it doesn't seem like there's anyone to my west. Also, Birmingham has now finished its 2 resource tiles. So it'll finish that public servant, and then we'll get a library so we can pop the borders.
You should hammer your iron when it is glowing hot.
And so we're skipping a whole bunch of techs here. Like, I don't think we really need sailing. Well, I might want to get sailing just to enable trade on rivers. Do I have, like, open board? All right, I'll just click on something for right now. Because, like, I don't have trade routes going to Gilgamesh, and I would... Okay, so sailing's probably worthwhile just to pick up the trade routes with Gilgamesh. It is a cheap tech. And that'll get us international trade routes with him, because that way the trade routes will run through his rivers. Even though, obviously, we're not on the coast, which is normally what you get. And we'll need it for this coastal city in time, too, eventually. All right, so Potato is going to be whipped here soon. I think next turn it can double whip. So I think I will chop here towards the library. I would cottage this tile, but there's not a huge need to cottage it because Potato is just going to whip back down. Now, Potato's going to grow super fast because it's got the granary done now. Just like Alamu is going to be growing quickly. But I want that chop, and then I want to 2-pop whip the library at size 2. Because I'm starting to be concerned I'm going to lose this tile if I don't get my borders out shortly here. So that's the thinking. And Quill will not need this mine immediately, but it will eventually. I can shift this guy down here to get like some cottages at the capital. I think Quail will be okay for the time being. Maybe one more mine. Maybe we mine this tile too. The happiness cat. I guess it can. Well, we'll see. I can always shift another worker back up there. Probably shift this guy down south. And there's Alamu being unhappy and all. Still got that unhappiness penalty. It is funny how the barbs all came in that huge wave, and then after that they just disappeared. From what I remember, they do that in Civ 4. They often come in waves. Alright, so let's get the settler done. And the city will grow back very quickly, fortunately. Or Alamu. Had to double whip that city. Yeah, I can 2-pop whip this for sure as soon as that chop finishes. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Move that here. Alright, so just a couple turns to get that. And we got another public servant here. So they will, of course, cottage this tile. Actually, maybe they cottage this tile first for the capital. We'll see. Alright. So I need more. We'll put the overflow into the library. Actually, this city's... We're going to need a cottage first, so let's just get this tile improved before we do anything else. Once you get the library, you could go for great scientist. Okay, so here's the thing. I could go for a great scientist, but remember, minus 50% great person production is kind of crippling there. Oh, hey, we got a barb archer. Okay, got a barb archer walking around. I probably do want to road this tile because I need to move a settler up to that spot eventually. So I guess I will road that. Alright, and now you can come here. And then you can found that city. By the way, so we need a name. We're going to need a name for this city too, you guys. Alright, overflow. Yeah, I'll use the overflow to build a warrior. I need a military police defender here. And if I can get another one for Quail, then I can send this guy out scouting. Would like to get some axes. Like I said, we'll get some axes from Quail. And this should be more than enough to finish sailing. Or close to finish sailing. Tri-horse. Tri-horse is pretty good. Hopefully there's not a barb panther on that tile. No. All the barb animals have disappeared, so that's perfectly safe at this point. Alright, so yeah, I'm using my overflow to get out more of these warriors. One to go to Quail. And another one for Potato itself. So there's the chop. We'll be able to whip the library next turn. Alright, so it looks like we're safe to move onto that tile. Yep. No need to move another tile south, though, because I can move and settle next turn. Alright, so you guys, cottage, or shanty, more accurately. Alright, so far the archers are leaving me alone. Let's just have you stand in there, so Quail is not unhappy this turn. And we've got the replacement guy coming in. Yeah, so now we're up to 8 production here. Still at +5 food per turn, so looking pretty good. I would love to get... You know what, I need to get a library here so I can work this tile. That would be the next one I'd like to work. Or that tile up there. So maybe this guy comes through and mines and chops this tile. We'll see. Sugarhoof? Oh, Sugarhoof's even better. You guys come up with such great name suggestions. Sugarhoof's even better. Sugarhoof. Let's do a quick check-in on the other AIs and see what they're up to. So, he doesn't like me enough to trade me ivory. Maybe someday. I still have no one spread their religion. Okay, geez, he's up to 6 cities now. That's not ideal. She's up to 5. Now, I'm also going to be at 5 shortly. And Lincoln... He's up to 6 cities. Okay, so he's finally gotten off his butt and started expanding. What's my break-even science right now? It's around 50%. That's not bad. Now it's going to drop as soon as I found this city. But we're doing better from an econ perspective than we did in the previous game. Again, helps that we don't have someone attacking us constantly. Let's go towards library next. We're not actually going to build the library, I think. Not right now. We're just going to work towards it. All right, so you go there, and now that Quayle has a defender, you can go out scouting, and maybe we'll finally get to see what is over here to the northwest. Oh, hello, double barb archers. Okay. So, all right, so Quayle should be able to finish the barracks. Those units can't get to me in time before I can finish the barracks and get an axe out of here before that becomes an issue. All right, so I'm going to try to get to this tile, chop and mine it. Give me another tile. I would prefer not to whip Quayle if I can. But here, we got to whip that. And boy, this city is very unhappy. I'm going to actually not grow for the time being because it would just grow into unhappiness. So I think I want to get here and improve this tile. Get a cottage on that tile. Alright, so Sugarhoof it is. Oh, we need to get workers down here. Okay, these workers can probably slide over. Because, like, they just finished the cottage here. And this city's at the happy... Boy, we sure could use more happiness resources, couldn't we? Where's our next source of happiness? Apparently not coming anytime soon. Our next source of happiness is to trade for a resource with the AI. We might need to head towards calendar next, just because we've got 1, 2. Oh, not monarchy. Monarchy would be nice too, but monarchy is deep in the religious tree, which I've been trying to avoid because it's not that helpful for me. Might need to go for calendar soonish, although that is expensive. It's like 800 beakers. How expensive would it be to get to monarchy? 450. Sailing should definitely finish first. Anyway, so this was Sugarhoof. Do that granary first.
What do you need?
All right, yeah, so we're going to need to get over here. So like I said, they'll probably road this, and then they can improve the horses. Probably improve the horses first, because that's probably more important. And this does seem like the right place to go, because look, we've got Surya Varman right here, Gilgamesh right here. We want to lock down that border, and then we can head for this spot next. Something like that sounds good. So yeah, things are looking at... Oh yeah, well, my finances are taking another hit here. Cities are just very expensive on Immortal. But we did finish the library, so that's nice. We'll get the border expansion going. And you don't have anything too crucial to build. So why don't you get me an axe with that overflow? Why not? And you go here. What's the best way to get here? I'm trying to think what the best way to get over here is. Because I'd like to have these two road their way over. Just because their movement is so awful. Thanks. See you soon. I probably should get road, like through here. Give the cows to Alamu. It's true, I could, but I like the capital having them right now. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, the other big issue now is really low happiness cap. That's hurting quite a bit. Just need some more happiness resources. I guess I've got the gold, and that's helping a ton. But if I could get like one other resource, that would really be nice. I would love it if he would improve to the point where he's willing to trade me his ivory. It's like, that would be nice. Maybe, is anyone... Lincoln's warmed up to pleased. Though he doesn't like me trading with his worst enemy. Who is his worst enemy? Oh yeah, so the religious... Surrey of Armament, wow, he's furious towards Lincoln. Interesting. I wonder how long until that spills over into warfare. Isabella's annoyed towards Surrey of Armament. Lincoln's annoyed towards him. Lincoln really likes me. So I'm at +2 with everybody. That's pretty good. I'd love to get more of them up to please, though. Anyway, I still haven't answered my question, which was what I was thinking about. Was the best way to get these workers over here? I guess move like here. Although they're on the wrong side of the river is the only thing. Yeah, I mean, Hinduism spreading to me would be nice. The only thing is it would make Isabella and Lincoln dislike me, especially Isabella, but she might be a long way away. If I got Hinduism, yeah, I could have extra happiness and trade for the ivory. Good point. All right, let's do this. Let's move here. The three of us together can improve this tile. And then as soon as we're done here, we can road this. And then road this, and then road this, improve this tile. And just like work our way down here. And then these workers can pair up and like work together. Probably need to improve this tile too, because Birmingham's going to need to grow again. Well, anyway. All right, let's head out here. We're really close on sailing. We just need like one turn of 0% gold. Good job. Keep fog busting up there, buddy. Why don't you hang out in Sugarhoof for the time being, which is still an exposed city. Like I said, I am going to need to get some units down here. Yeah, it's true. One of the workers will have to road ahead. That is correct, or else their worker moves will be wasted. That is correct. Well, someone's at Code of Laws. Obviously ahead of me on the tech tree, but that's no surprise. Oh, okay. Our science rate is... We're break even at 30%, so I guess we can't really do too much more expand. Oh, look, there's more barbs over here. I guess we can't do too much more expanding for the time being, because we're break even at 30%, and we really shouldn't drop too much lower than that. And that is with us working the gold tile, too. So, yeah. No, defogging cities would not actually cause Hinduism to spread faster, although that's a good suggestion. But it actually would not. Oh, and apparently we're unhappy here. Okay. Although we're about to get out of that unhappiness penalty. So yeah, a huge... Oh boy, do not work that tile. So yeah, a huge issue is just the low happiness cap. Like, being unable to grow my cities for lack of happiness is a huge problem. So yeah, we probably can't go vertically too much higher on happiness. Not just yet. Let's see who got the Great Lighthouse. That would be... Certainly would be nice for me. America. Okay, so Lincoln got it. That's good. It wasn't one of the leading AIs. And the pyramids, apparently also built by Khmer. Okay. Alright. So again, we'll keep exploring. Like, again, we're kind of at the point where our economy is like... has absorbed as many cities as it can for right now. One nice thing we can do is once we get the libraries up and running, we can grow to the happiness cap and then work specialists, and that's science specialists are often a good way to go there. All right, so this city, yeah, now the city is grown large enough that it can pick up the rice tile and finish that axe. So we'll have at least one axe down here that'll help us out. Or potatoes at the happiness cap now too. So yeah, we're trying to do what we can. Let's see how much sailing helps. We should get international. Yeah, so our income did go up by 3 commerce as a result of that. And I think we want to go math and then towards either calendar, currency, or code of laws from there. It's either that or monarchy, but monarchy makes me go through a whole bunch of texts I'm not really interested in. I guess we'll just sit on the barracks for right now, since I have a lack of other stuff to build. Sailing might help a religion spread, it's true. Alright. Well, I still don't have any enemies right up in my face, so let's go for the library then. Because we're going to get the chop into it. And that'll help expand borders, which would be nice. This unit I'm going to put right in the middle of my territory, like I said, on zone defense, ready to hop out. Alright, so as expected, this is near the West Pole. Alright, so Quayle, yep. Library drops down to just 7 turns. Not that that city has much commerce potential. Birmingham's going to whip that library. So you might be saying, aren't you growing this well into unhappiness? And it's true, I am. But if I can get this to size 6, I can 3-pop whip the library, which is not bad for us. Alright, so we're break even at 40%. Those trade routes are definitely helping. See, like, we've got the +2 gold there. And it looks like we can now trade with some of the other leaders. He apparently doesn't like us enough. Alright, so he's not plotting war with us. That's good to hear. Alright. Yeah, he doesn't like us quite enough for that either. We don't have a trade route connection with her. We do with Lincoln, interestingly enough. Interesting that he won't trade them with me. I would have thought that he'd be willing to trade. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for resource trade opportunities. No, the question is, I don't think I would adopt Buddhism if I did get it, because Suryavarman will not like that, and Suryavarman's right on top of me, whereas Isabella and Lincoln clearly are not on top of me. I don't know where they are, but not near me. Let's play just a few more turns, and then we'll stop. We're off to a good beginning here. Much better luck because, as we said, we don't have anyone attacking us. And that's a better outcome. Alright, so you go there. You need to improve this tile, and then those two can move down to the horses. Alright, I'm not declaring war on Gilgamesh. Yeah, so, ooh, okay. Well, furs would be nice, but that city is way too far away. Yeah, it looks like there's no one over here directly to the west, and that's great. That means we have more long-term opportunities for expansion over there. How about you come down here near Sugar Hoof? Although I don't want to move too far away because I actually need another... Well, I was going to say I need another warrior, but I think I just need some kind of unit. I think I need to build a couple chariots and send them out scouting, honestly. Like, let's get the horses done, or connected. I'll connect the horses first, and then I can build a couple chariots out of Quayle, probably, because these warriors are really not great explorers with 1 movement per turn. Not ideal. Alright, so Potato is grown back. We should whip something. I don't know if I want a settler out of here, though. I mean, I do want more cities, but like my economy's not in great shape. And there we go. Now we've got the borders expanding, so I think I should be able to hold control of this tile at Alamu. Thank goodness. What I really want is more happiness, so if I could settle somewhere that would give me another happiness resource, that would be worth doing. I just don't think there's anything at the moment that would do that. Anyway, let's get that library. Sends me right back to the happiness cap. Like, that's what I need. I need happiness. We have picked up our close borders spawn tension, though. I was like, please send me the ivory. We'll gift him that. Maybe that'll improve relations enough to make a trade later. And yeah, you can hang out there. I want to make sure he can shift over to Birmingham, or Birmingham, which will pop borders, and then that'll make it much easier to see if there's anything incoming. But yeah, I need happiness pretty badly. Still, you can see our score is a lot closer to the AI than it was in that other game. And now as my cities are growing in size, I've got 2 unhappy faces here. I guess we might as well whip the library, because what else? Like, why not? We can 2-pop whip it. We might as well. And then we're like at the point of needing to build units because we're out of stuff to build. I guess we'll just do the barracks. That is one problem, is like I don't have stuff to build in my cities. due to my tech situation. Like, you could, in theory, go from... I guess, in theory, I could go for metal casting. That's +1 happiness with forges. That might not be terrible, honestly. Because that is another happy face in every city, and forges are great. But it keeps me further away from calendar and currency. I mean, calendar's the big one, right? I've got silks, or excuse me, I've got sugars, I've got spices, I could pick up dyes. I mean, that's 2 happy faces. Calendar gets me 2, and maybe more down the road. Like, this is not that far out of my borders either. By the time I get there, Alamu will probably be up close to 100 culture, which would grab this. So calendar probably is where I need to go. Calendar and currency are always like the big ones for economic stuff. And who knows, maybe there's another resource out there that I'll spot that's like near my borders. That would be calendar based. And look at the borders coming over here from Surya Varman. This is 3rd ring though, so there's not any real danger of Sugarhoof being pressured. Anyway, so there's the library. And since we don't really have more stuff to do, we might as well just do the barracks for the time being. I'm going to have so many barracks here. Let's do the horses first, so that gives Sugarhoof an actual decent tile to work. And look, here's the West Sea, Western Ocean. We should be able to get a... Okay, so it looks like this corner of the map is empty. There's a decent chance we can control this corner of the map. So we're going to have... This is good, just long term, we have more room for expansion. The next city should almost certainly be this spot here. Even though it's near the barbs, it's just such a strong spot. Really, really powerful location. Anyway, so we can 2-pop whip the library. We're not even really whipping off bad tiles. Note that the city, once again, will grow right back into unhappiness, but not much I can do about that. I have a very, very low happiness cap in this game. Just hoping that I can get someone to trade me resources eventually. It's really weird that they have not been willing to trade any resources. But getting these libraries out helps too. It helps the research rate. Yeah, it's only 25%, but it all helps. And I can run scientist specialist too. So many unhappy faces. This is like the most brutal civilization to live in. And yeah, so as I said, it's not bad to grow into unhappiness because... Like, they don't really hurt me I mean, it would be better... Oh, we've got Hinduism. Okay. So, where did we get Hinduism to pop up? Alamu. Well, we probably do want to convert to this. And in fact, with the spreading of Hinduism, we might want to go... we might want to go organized religion so we can start... Or at least go meditation, get a monastery, and just start spreading it around. In fact, that's probably worth doing. Just because it would be an extra happy face in every city. Plus, Surya Varman is going to like us if we adopt his religion. Now, Izzy will not like us, but Izzy does not appear to be close to us. And yes, you do get a trade for offshore, a bonus for offshore trade. So I think that's worthwhile to go ahead and adopt that religion, I think. And in fact, to, as I said, swap over to at least picking up meditation. Even if I don't go monotheism. Of course, that would lead me towards monarchy, obviously. And a monastery is extra culture, yes. Just to make sure we hold that. And also get us closer to this. So it is a delay. Now, that would delay getting to math and getting to calendar. But this tech costs 74 beakers, and this costs 120. They are very cheap techs. Like, mysticism's a 2-turn research. And Alamu doesn't have anything to build. Plus, it means my cities can build monasteries instead of barracks. And monasteries, yes, are not great, but 10% science is 10% science. So we'll go ahead and make the switch. We need to appease our close neighbors. If we're lucky, Surya Varman will spread his religion to Gilgamesh. So we're going to take a big penalty with Isabella in particular. But we're going to get a bonus with Surya Varman, who is more important because he's right next to us. All right. And hey, Alamu actually has more happiness. Now it can actually work another tile. And say hello to horses now. Plus Quayle's about to finish this library, which means we'll be able to build some chariots. Just crank out a few chariots. So now this worker... Alright, where do I want this worker to go? Probably can go over to Alamu. and improve another tile there, because Alamu's working an unimproved tile. I would be getting more builders, but like my cities can't grow. They're like out of tiles to work because we lack happiness. So he's still cautious with us, but that faith bonus will grow over time. It is funny how we're not expanding largely due to economic reasons, not because we can't expand. This one I still will try to get soonish, but let's get our religion in place first, shall we? Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, you can help out at Alamu too. Like Birmingham just can't work any more tiles. Oh, hello. Silver resource. That's a tasty little morsel there. So you guys need to chop down the jungle here. Yeah, having horses is definitely nice. Silver load. A little far away, but sure, more happiness sure would be nice. So the other thing is if we could take this Barb City, we would get silks as well. So calendar really is like the tech that we're going to need. It's just a long way away.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds
All right.
of all.
It looks like we have enough research to get to meditation before needing to stack gold again. So that's a good sign. Oh, hey, and we even got another Hinduism spread for free. Awesome. Ditch that and work that cottage. All right, nice. Also, I was gonna say ditch the barracks, but we don't actually have meditation tech yet. I'm sure that's probably Izzy founding that. That's nice. So now we'll get the border expansion faster too here. All right, looking pretty solid. Again, so then I'm going to need to get those missionaries. Like Birmingham can also help us get missionaries out too. But even just the +1 happiness from religion is worth a lot because my happiness cap is so low. On immortal difficulty plus having the penalty, it's not a ton of fun. I know this guy's just been walking back and forth, but he is keeping barbs from spawning up there. All right, let's chop that jungle down. Where's the other builder in there? I was gonna come over here and just cottage a tile for Alamu for lack of other stuff to do. All right, so again, there's no one to the northwest of us. This is our back line. As long as we can expand there in the late, like as the game goes on, I like our chances to win this one. Hey, Ayanuki. It's true, with our trade routes to Gilgamesh, there's a decent chance Hinduism would spread to him. In fact, it might even be worthwhile for me to send him a Hindu missionary. Does the barb spawn? No, it doesn't increase if it stays in the fog longer. But if it's like barbarians can't spawn in places where you have it, like they can't spawn in defogged tiles. So yeah, we're up to 12 base production. That's not bad. That's a chariot every 2.5 turns. Let's just get several chariots here. Well, so much for that. He just converted to a different religion. Great. That's not ideal. Not what we wanted, but at least he's just cautious. Unfortunately, Suryavarman is still cautious as well. R.I.P. Oh, I wonder if we could actually capture that worker. Because I do have a Woodsman 2 unit, and the AI doesn't always respond to Woodsman 2 units. Like, they don't always recognize that you can capture with Woodsman 2. We'll see. I might be able to capture that. Anyway, so Sugarhoof right now. We want to get the granary before anything else. We can whip the granary next turn. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to get meditation here next turn. Can send 2... It's true. I'd like to spread religion to me first, but maybe if I don't have anything else to build, like after I spread it to my cities, maybe I make a concerted effort to flip Gilgamesh.
Meditation Meditation
All right, so
brings
meditation
wisdom.
is done. Now we'll go back to math, and we really are going to push for
Know well
calendar.
what leads you forward and what holds you back.
So we are break even at 40%. And with religion, like we said, we can go a little bit larger in terms of science rate. So that's the hope anyway. Why don't you do the Hindu monastery? Yeah, see, the city is working the scientist. By the way, note that the minus 50% is worse than you might think, because instead of going, if you, like, normally when you work a scientist, it's 3 great person points. It rounds down the 50%, so I only get 1 great person point per turn. So, yep, don't think that great people are going to ride to the rescue in this game. That does not look like it's going to happen, so not ideal there. But, yeah, like I said, we will deal with it. We will overcome. And we can, like I said, we can farm this tile for a 4 food tile right now. I think if I can get, oh, here we go. All right, so here, you want to, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll go ahead and save this. See if our warrior gets clobbered out by their unit or not. I am not going to be able to snag the music grade artist. I'm not going to get any first 2 benefits on the tech tree, not in this game. Alright, so these, oh look, there's actually a whoa, crossbow from Gilgamesh attacking. Okay, that's not great. Hopefully he will lose this. A crossbow from Gilgamesh attacking. Poor potato. Working on a barracks because there's nothing else. Alright, we got away with it. Constructed the granary. Next up, let's get the library, because we do need to pop orders here. See the, well, he did get another kill, but he's down to 1.3 health. Oh, you know what? Let's get our units over there. We gotta be ready to sneak in here and potentially snag that city. Where's my axe? Let's get moving over there. I mean, it's just archers on defense. If we could capture that city, like a poached from the previous game that we did. Just hang out here for the time being and make sure we can see things. Hey, we'll take this worker back. Thank you very much. Chariots aren't going to do very well against archers, but you never, hey, if we get down to 1 unit, got it. I mean, we'll take our shot. Now, granted, maybe that just gets captured by Gilgamesh, but we want to at least be in position to take advantage of that. Looking better here, though. So let's wait. We don't want to stack up multiple whip penalties. Let's wait for that to wear off, but we'll whip the monastery as soon as that gets done. And Alamu, oh, Alamu, okay, can apparently whip right now, so let's do it. There we go. We'll grow right back, get more of that religion, and then we'll get the Hindu missionaries. Get the... want to spread to potato first, obviously. It's just sitting there. We'll probably save population and 2-pop whip a monastery when it comes out. Get that religion for the extra bonus. And then I think we're ready to build another settler soonish for that spot. Probably. Yeah, the worker... Okay, she wants me to cancel deals with the Khmer, but we are not doing that. Izzy is just not going to be a friend of ours in this game. Alright, so what happened to the... Did that crossbow attack and die? Yeah, it looks like it attacked and died, but there are only 2 archers in there right now. That public worker slowly walking its way back to my territory. Still, there's only, like I said, there's only 2 defenders in there, so if we can get some more units... and this city is not on a hill, which is good. Alright, so that Alamu is okay for the time being. Like, we don't have a ton of tiles to work because our cities aren't growing, so I think what I do is I start roading towards this next city spot with at least 1 worker. I don't know about 2, but at least 1 of them. Might as well road that tile they're standing on. Similarly, these guys need to road the tile they're standing on. Alright, so grow with the 4 food tile, and then we'll pick up the granaries. Food box is filling up, and then we'll grab that. Also, you want a missionary, not... we do not want the barracks. I don't really care about the barracks that much. And you will whip that monastery next turn. Prioritizing the west to block Surrey of Armin. Well, Surrey's over here too, so I think that this spot is key as well. So here they come. So like, my combat ads are not great, but if I can get several chariots in here, like if I can get a couple more chariots, I'm hesitant to build more axes because they're so slow in getting over there. Maybe I build a sword though. A sword. Oh wait, I don't have iron. That's right. Oh yeah, so there's no. I don't have iron, but that city would have it. Boy, if we could get that Barb city, that would go a long, long way towards helping us out. Yeah, maybe you go to Potato and start chopping some of those tiles. The nice thing is with this missionary, I will definitely have the dies in range by the time I get to Calendar. Like, I'm not going to have Calendar tech in 13 turns. That's not going to happen. So I can research it in 5 turns if I can get up to enough gold for math. That's nice. Getting closer there. Birmingham can whip its monastery this turn, so we'll do that. Just whipped off the unhappy population, so didn't really cost us anything. Here, why don't you cottage some of those tiles? Yeah, I'm going to start roading in that direction, I think. So there were 2 archers at the moment. One of them did get promoted to city garrison. Oh, something must have attacked that. So I would probably need about 4 or 5 chariots. Something like that. We'll see. Alamond is down to 1 archer on... Oh, geez, it is. Okay. Huh. So I guess Surrey's attacking that. Well, yeah. I guess we don't really have a shot at that city. Alright, well, so much for that pipe dream. Looks like we need to go get that city on the northeast coast soon, though. Let's get a settler out of Potato and go grab that spot, because it's going to be taken soonish. Although there is an open question of, can we even hold this territory? Because he's creative, remember. He's going to pop his borders. It's a fair question, though. Now that Surrey's got that, it's a much more questionable spot now that he's got that. I thought that Barb City would last a while because it was on a city on a hill. I could settle on the horses, it's true. However, it's going to be almost impossible to get this tile away from him. Because that's in the first... It will be in the second ring. And I don't really want to get into a big border clash with him. That seems like a bad option. We could always... No, that city would miss the fish. Dang it. These fish... I could settle on the pigs? No, that's an illegal city spot. No, can't settle on that spot. I'll have to sit and think about it. Only 25% odds on that stat. Slowly walking this unit over here. This might actually be a decent time to stop the stream because I've been going for a while and I want to think about where to go next. Boy, this is such strong terrain. I would hate conceding it to Surrey of Armin, but I don't know that I can get a city that's worthwhile. I guess I could settle on the horses, as you guys said. That would be the only place that makes sense. But that would be a really tight fit. And I don't know that it would be worthwhile to put a city there. I'm not sure. That's really a shame that that Barb City got taken so quickly. I thought I had way more time, but apparently not. So yeah, I think I need to sit and think about this between like streaming sessions and figure out what I want to do. But we will get a settler out of Potato. We can whip it next turn, actually. At the very least, I want to road that tile. And you can come over here and maybe chop something. I would be fighting with Surrey, and I don't think I could win that, honestly. Did Birmingham put its overflow into the bear? Yeah, I don't actually want that. I want the Hindu missionary. Although I want, well, I want a 2-pop whip into the Hindu missionary, so gotta be careful that I don't end up with a 1-pop whip into it. Whereas here at Alamu, I just want to finish the missionary. Yeah, so this is 500 BC. It's not a bad stopping point. We are actually not far away from Lincoln in score, for what that's worth. He is ahead of us in territory. Again, if we can reach calendar and currency, we can keep expanding. I think I can afford another city right now. I'm at break even at like 40% at the moment. So I think I can afford another city. I've been multiple wars over pigs in history. I am more worried long-term about... Oh, he's willing to trade us gems? We do not need pigs. Oh boy, that's very good. We do not need that extra pigs resource. We've got plenty of health, so that's a huge, huge deal for us. She's not going to trade us anything. She only has 5 cities, so she is not strong in this game. Alamani. Well, could you spare this for a good friend? Could you spare your city for a good friend? Yeah, he's not just going to give us his city. But he's pleased with us. That's good. Now, unfortunately, Suryavarman's a leader who does declare war at pleased. But he's much less likely to declare war for us being at pleased. Anyway, so yeah, picking up picking up the gems is really nice. Just because you guys know I'm such a little happiness to deal with. Let me actually just go through my cities. Yeah, so like Birmingham, instead of being unhappy, can actually work another tile. It's working a scientist. Let's work that tile instead. But how much does that really help me? I'm just going to grow into... Actually, the scientist is probably better, because I'm just going to grow into unhappiness, and that's not... It's not terrible, but it's not ideal. This city here... Now I actually need to get up here and mine this tile. Do I want it to work? The scientist might be better than... No, let's go ahead and grow. We'll work that tile instead. But, yeah, it's not too bad to have these extra tiles. So the scientist, why don't you work that tile? We need to get some more cottages at the capital, though. I've got unimproved tiles there. I can have this guy, like, cottage this tile. Or even better, this one, because that tile can be shared. These guys can, well, they can finish the cottage because they're there, but they really shouldn't be improving this tile, because Sugarhoof is not in a position to work a 3rd tile. They should be coming up to the capital. So yeah, if we can capture Sarmatian, which I think we have a decent shot, because I don't see any AI units over here. If we can capture this, then we're in decent shape, honestly, because we still got this whole northwest to settle. Obviously the east is closed off. The south is mostly closed off at this point, but we can get stuff there, and maybe it's worthwhile to settle a city on that tile, because we will be able to have the fish. We just have to expand borders, and then we're in pretty decent shape. If I could spread, you know what I could do? I could spread religion there. Spread religion, chop out, use this to chop a workboat, and yeah, that's probably worthwhile. Oh yeah, and silver's in the west too. We can get a deer plus silver spot. That'll be worth grabbing. Yeah, so with the gem trade, I do need more. Yeah, the reason why I wasn't getting more workers is my cities couldn't grow, but I will need some more now, especially if I get this city. But this is looking promising. Looking promising overall. So let's go ahead and save it here. Nice stopping point, 500 BC. And I'm excited to continue this. The previous game was kind of a drag, honestly, because I was just trapped in this war I didn't want to fight. The biggest danger in the game right now is Gilgamesh being cautious. He doesn't like the fact that we're practicing a different religion. So, like I said, it might be worthwhile to convert him. If I can get these chariots to take Sarmatian, I also want to send chariots to scout out his territory and to scout out Suryavarman's. Why do I play no tech trading? I think the game's more interesting without tech trading. If you play with tech trading, the whole game just devolves into trying to swing tech deals. I just think the game's more interesting when everyone has to do all their own resource. Or everyone has to do their own research, excuse me. And this city is also key because it has iron, which would open up knights later on, which we definitely will want to be able to build. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Really interesting start to this game after the previous Dan Quayle game unfortunately kind of fell apart. I will be back next week on Friday, as usual. Probably won't stream until then because we have a really busy weekend lined up, but hope you guys are enjoying it. You will see another Teamfight Tactics video on YouTube sometime in the next couple days. I've recorded it and I'll upload it in a couple days. So have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys again soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.